Start out the Monday night with the lesbians. Yoo-hoo! Were you expecting someone else? Let's start the show.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Give me bread. Back, eat that. Hey, I want to play the beer reviews. These toasted strudels. Eat that!
We will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh, it is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D-E Temple, cooing into Place to Be reviews, right here with all of yous, the Fandom Menace People's Champion. Hang on a second, I can't say I'm the People's Champion without having my title belt that never leaves me. Want it? Come get it, it's right here. It ain't going nowhere, it stays with Daddy. That's right, it's mine, baby. We're right here in the cockpit of the Orville. I just got back into the stratosphere. I was higher than Richard Pryor, but we're right here, ready to go in Raw, episode 150. Damn, you know, it has been a wild, crazy ride over the last 2 years. I've met a lot of great people, learned a lot of lessons, none of which I remember, but that's all right because I'm hard-headed like that, and we just keep ramming our heads against the wall until we figure it out. So here we go. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We've got a returning member of the panel, but let me introduce my co-hosts. Ladies and gentlemen, first, from the Clown World Review, Tony ToneDef.
It's the owner of the worst channel on YouTube and commander to the legion of deaf heads, the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy aligned with the like-minded, Tony ToneDef rocking with you. Going in Raw, the place to be reviews. What's up, everybody out there in the chat? Esteemed panel, great to see everybody again. I'm looking forward to a great show, a great start to the week.
Well, hey, man, thank you for being here as always on Mondays. And you had some success with the video. And we're going to show that video later on tonight during one of our breaks. And congratulations on that, man. It was amazing. It was fun to be a part of. But you put so much work into that. I am so glad that you put that piece out, man. It was wonderful.
Thank you for being a part of it, man. I couldn't have done it without you. I mean that.
Thank you, brother. It was a blast. It was a blast. And next on our Monday night rotation, ladies and gentlemen, he is the assistant to the regional manager. Hail the Red Gaze.
What up, what up? I feel like I need a rhyme here. So, yeah, it's them, it's us. We're here to make a fuss. Glad you're here with us to have a good time.
And if you're on the panel, you don't have to sit in the back of the bus. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be here all week.
Thank you for finishing my stupidity.
There you go. It's all good, brother. It's all good. Thanks for being here as always, Red. We're going to welcome back to the show this man, ladies and gentlemen. He needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. He's bound, gagged, all ready for action. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Rig, Nik Uttam from the World-Class Bullshitters.
Glad to be here on Monday night going in Raw. That was an epic introduction. I want that song. I really do. I love that kind of punk rock version of the Willy Wonka song. I need that as my workout anthem.
Oh, dude, I'll just rip you an MP3 and send it to you. It's wonderful. Hearing
while I'm wearing my spandex and doing my squats, I need that as my workout anthem.
Do you have a headband and ankle warmers on too?
Yes, I do, and they're all in hot pink. So you know.
I love it. Thanks for coming back on, Nick. I appreciate it, brother.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
And last but certainly not least, he is making his return to the program, ladies and gentlemen, the Stormin Mormon, Nerdy Blurb TV.
Yo, what is up? Who's that knocking at your door? He's got a white t-shirt, he's got a black name tag, and he's got a book in his hand. It's the Stormin Mormon. I'm back, y'all. How you doing?
Oh, man. It is great to see your smiling face, Ryan. Thank you for joining us, brother. I appreciate it. It's been a while. I know that hat is awesome.
In a minute, Tony. Good to see you. Nick, Red Gaze, everybody.
What's up, man?
So great to be
up, my
here.
man?
But 150 episodes, bro. You're killing it. You're killing it.
Hey, man, we that's the thing is it's a labor of love, and it is a labor at times, like. But man, it is fun. I really do. I have a great time. And Monday night, this is like the flagship show. No matter what happens during the week, this is where it started, was Monday night. And it's always a blast. God, if you count in all the other, we got Going Rogue, we had the Fandom Menace Friday night, we got the morning show, the boardroom, these past episodes. There is well over, but the Monday night show has always been here. It's not going anywhere. It's like death and taxes. It'll always be here. So Mini ETEP will be taking over for me eventually. We're working him into the channel slowly here, but man, yeah, this is a great panel tonight. We got a great chat. Let me go through. Keely Chow, the Phantom Menace Ultron, says there are no strings on me. He's here. Super fan Adam Shawhan is here. JM 2021. Who else is it? Parrothead, hail to you, sir. Lola Meets, what's up, girl? How you doing? We got a great chat in the house already. Gaming Vulture, who just celebrated 350 subs. Congratulations to you, sir. Excelsior, and here's to another Tree Fitty. At least Tree Fitty. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, we had some. We had Batwoman, and they were in the Batmobile. It was funny because the title of the episode was "Initiate Self-Destruct," and as we all know, well, this new Batmobile
That's just a car.
It's just a car. It's just a car. It's nothing special. Oh my God. Yeah, this episode, and we're not going to talk about it too much. All I will say was I was so happy that it took me 6-7 hours to do that video today, because by the time I was done, the ratings had come out. 381,000 viewers for that episode. There's YouTubers that I know that get more views than that on their videos and stuff, and this is hilarious. It's like they're trying to pass this off as something that's actually like in the DC universe, and it's like how about no? And they just introduced a new Kane, and I will say my Wallace Day has already stolen my heart. Wow, yeah, whew. They didn't show her face on the show, but if you just Google Wallace Day, she is a striking woman. She's been in, I think a few sci-fi type things I've never seen, but I'm like, I saw that picture of her on the was it like a paddleboard or something? I'm like,
yeah. Nerdy Blurb over there is looking at it, and then all of his hands and both his hands go underneath the screen. I see how that is, buddy.
It goes off camera and mutes. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
I'll be back in 2. Hey,
it's
me. Wait, Fun University says hello and F you all. Hello, Fun University. I love that name. Zachariah 315. Howdy, sir. Frank into Shawhan Wiener Dog Clan. Ho ho. He says lick the like button and make it moist by leaving a big thumbs up. Well, I'm waiting for somebody. You all know who I'm waiting for. I'm not going to say his name because I've thought it, so he'll show up soon enough. And he'll ask me. He'll make me say his name. Kind of like my act. Never mind. But anyway, we've got a little segment we like to do on Monday nights here. It's called Just the Headlines. And yeah, so this is no different. We're gonna get into this right now.
Kick your fucking ass! I want you off the fucking set!
It's not my Luke Skywalker.
Hey, no, don't just be sorry for 1 fucking second.
All right, so back over here now. We're going to talk about this first one. I'm just going to read it off to you guys and go ahead and give me your reactions. This is from the fine folks at WeGotThisCovered.com. Mortal Kombat 2, moving forward, for sure happening. Have they given up on titles for articles? I mean, it's like, it's for sure happening. It sounds like it's moving forward. It's for sure happening. Like,
that's the actual headline.
That's the headline. That's
wow.
Yes.
For sure happening.
That's impressive.
You know what? If they say it's for sure happening, I say it's for sure happening. So it's for surely happening. For sure. Yeah, for sure. What a lame headline. It's like I guess they fired all the college kids from writing all the woke articles. They just have like interns left. That's it.
They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks at this point. Like, it's happening. Trust us. I haven't seen Mortal Kombat yet. I haven't seen the new one yet, so I don't know.
It is a blast, dude. It is a blast. Okay. It is bad. It is very bad, but it is so much fun. It is.
Wow, that's the best summary I've ever heard.
It really is. Has anybody else in here seen it?
Yeah, and I felt the exact same way.
Right, because people who went in there into the movie and walked out hating it, you should have knew that was going to happen when you walked in. So why not you just enjoy it? But it was actually way more cool than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to take itself way too serious, but it didn't. It had a lot of fun with it, and that's exactly what it needed.
Well, that's just like the 95? The first one
the 95
came out?
version, yeah.
That was a fun movie. Yeah. Oh, well, you cast Christopher Lambert as Raiden and blah blah. I'll go put my Raiden hat on right now and act Chinese. I don't give a damn. All right. You can cast whoever the hell you want for these characters. It's fiction.
Well, I mean, the guy who made the game. You know who he made Raiden after, right? He made Raiden after like one of the three brothers in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
That's okay. That was his fucking quote. He said that. So anybody who gets mad on the Japanese behalf can go fuck themselves.
Oh man,
the movie's awesome, by the way.
I want to see it. I do. I want to see it.
I mean, Big Trouble in Little China. I would take Big Trouble over Mortal Kombat any day. But it was a lot of fun, dude. It was. There were so many characters in it too. But like the coolest part for us was that because we grew up on it, but we recognized the sound effects that were from the game that are in the movie, and then they actually did real life fatality moves on the people. I'm just like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
So if you're a fan of the game, you will love this movie. Yeah.
I had the game for my Sega Genesis, dude. I was like, absolutely. That was a staple as a kid. As soon as that came out, it's like that was one game like you had to have was Mortal Kombat. Like I said, I'm still. I know I heard everybody complain about the movie. I'm like, well, this just sounds like 95 over again with people complain. Well, it's not this, it's not that. It's like, well, what did you expect? At least it's not Uwe Boll directing it. I mean, Jesus.
Oh God, thankfully it's not that.
It's not. Yeah, it's not one of the other 75 video game adaptations that Uwe Boll has done. But let's see what Nano Reaper says. It just needed a good old school techno soundtrack. I could get down with that.
It needed that crazy Mortal Kombat scream at the beginning of it as soon as it started. This way you knew what you were getting into.
Dude, I remember them playing that song on the radio. They made like that Mortal Kombat mix. They used to play that shit on the radio. I mean, I remember the car. Like, I would drive my parents nuts because I was like 15. I'd have my license. My mom would drive me to football practice, and that shit would come on the radio. I would just scream, Mortal Kombat! Jesus, shut up! I'm like, what?
Well, here's the worst thing. I made my mom buy the CD when we were kids. So we ran out that CD until it was just melted and a melted hunk of plastic. And mom was like, "Yeah, we're never buying this again." I'm like, "All right, fine."
I dubbed it onto a tape.
That theme song isn't. It's just the movie, right? The movie came out with that. It wasn't on any of the games, was it?
No, I don't think so.
I didn't think so. The movie. So if anybody knows my channel at all, we haven't done anything in a long time. That's a long story. Story for another day. But you may know Shug from the Suge show. Suge and I are cousins, and we went and saw this movie. He's obsessed with Mortal Kombat, and while we were walking into the theater, he's like, "Dude, I've got some doubts about this movie." I'm like, "It'll be a fun time." He's like, "Yeah, you're right." And then he stops and he says, "If they don't play the theme song in this movie, it's gonna suck balls." And the whole time he was just waiting for it. And spoiler alert, it totally drops at the end, and it's the dopest part of the movie.
Nice.
I freaking dug it. So
that's awesome.
Short, it's a fun movie, man.
They treated Goro like a training session. It was a fun movie, but you can't. Goro is what I was looking forward to.
I will say that I agree with that. That he was in and out of there. It was like crap through a goose. He shouldn't have gone out like that.
I kept hoping once Cole discovered his powers, which I'm still not sure what they are. I was hoping that he was going to give Goro a good hit or two, and then Goro was going to smoke out of there, disappear. And then he cut his fucking hand off. I'm like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Didn't even make it to the tournament.
Did they kill Goro off like he's... Because he was like, okay, never mind. Don't. I've avoided like full on spoilers for this thus far.
I just
like
dropped in with spoilers.
There you go.
Hot, Tony.
It's okay. It's okay. Little like I said, I'm all right. I don't know the whole plot. Basically, I mean, I don't. I haven't.
Isn't one. It's so.
There's
bad.
nothing. They don't even try. Okay, that's all right. That's fine then.
In fact, my other buddy sitting next to me. We're at the very end of the movie, and he turns to me like, "Man, this movie must be really long because they haven't even gotten to the tournament yet that they've been talking about this whole time." And then the movie ends.
Oh, yeah.
Because for sure. The sequel is happening.
For sure, it's happening. For sure.
As so I've read and so I've heard.
According to We Got This Covered.
It's definitely happening. Definitely.
Definitely. It's like Rain Man. Definitely happening. Definitely Mortal Kombat 2. Gotta see Wapner.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Number 2. Ryan Reynolds wants to reboot the Fantastic Four with the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia cast. This from MovieWeb.
Yes.
Next, move on.
Yes.
Yeah, that should even if it is a movie, it should be an SNL skit, something.
No, that should be a $20 to $40 million movie. I will buy 4 tickets for 2 weeks to watch that movie just to make sure to make some money because that seems like a ridiculously fun idea and we fucking need that.
Oh, dude,
I'm entirely okay with that.
I would be good with that. Seeing that, oh my god.
So who are we casting then? Who are we casting? So
we've got Caitlin Olsen would probably be, Sue Storm. I would say Danny DeVito, what's his name? Frank. He would probably have to be the Thing. What's Charlie, I would say would be would Charlie
he's the Nightman.
Yeah, would he be Reed? Would he be Reed? He would be Dr. Doom. He'd be Dr. Doom.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, he's kind of played like a bad guy in like Pacific Rim 2, I think. So yeah, that would work.
Be so great.
And what's his name? What's the other one?
Dennis.
Dennis could be Reed, and then what's his name?
Matt could be the
Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny.
He'd be Johnny Storm.
Yeah,
Johnny Blaze. Johnny Storm. I said Johnny Blaze.
There's your movie right there. That's easy. Yeah. That's like the easiest casting ever.
Fuck it. Mix it up and make Danny DeVito Johnny Storm.
Can we kickstart this? Can we IndieGoGo it?
That would be.
Why can't we go like?
If Ryan, no. If Ryan Reynolds does a Kickstarter for this, it's like, take all my money, everything. Yep. Let's get this going. Let's go.
I want to see like a Nutty Professor type situation where Danny DeVito plays them all.
Was Danny DeVito's the Invisible Woman?
Just making the whole MCU.
God.
This has to be something that Ryan Reynolds has been talking to. I never remember his name, but Mac, the actor's name for Mac. But
yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Oh, Rob.
It has to be something because I know that they went into business together for like some random soccer club in Wales. Mm. So, and they're always like with each other too. So it's got to be something that's actually like been in talks rather than actually just being some random article. of like some joke he made. If it becomes something, I would back money into it. Not only for a ticket, but I would actually I would support it easily.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, if they did crowdfunding for it, I would do it immediately. That'd be so much fun.
It sounds like something that like it would probably make money just because people would be like morbid curiosity.
Yeah,
and I guarantee you it would do better than Fan 4 Stick.
Oh yeah, if it beat Fan 4 Stick numbers, oh man, they would. Those people would shit themselves.
Josh Trank would be on suicide watch again,
dude. Well, apparently he wasn't during that movie because he was a little bitch in his fucking house they gave him to make it in. He was he was like I had to get a gun. I didn't know it was in the crouch rate. It's like it's Hollywood. Ain't nobody coming after you that way. Calm down.
Yeah, you're not. I almost said you're not Sharon Tate, but oh man,
it's okay. It's been long enough for that. It's fine. It's fine.
Settle down, Jay Sebring. You're all right. You're okay. Your cars weren't that good. Anyway, Michael Scott liked him, though. All right, so number 3 isn't really a headline. It's more of a question because tomorrow is May the 4th. Is anybody here going to watch The Bad Batch?
No.
I can make a Bad Batch of anything.
For free, maybe.
I don't know.
That's
it.
The last season of Clone Wars, because season 6 was just so good, or whatever the last season was before they came out with this one. It was so good. And then I kept hearing about half the season was trash. The other half, I hate Disney. You know, I don't care how good the Bad Batch is. Like, I'm not throwing myself under the mercy of tyrants anymore. They can bring Gina back. They can do whatever. We got to stop supporting them.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that Gina Carano thing later on. That's actually the main topic tonight. I haven't seen the last 3 seasons. I'm on like season 4 of the Clone Wars. I watch it when I can, but I've been watching the Orville now, which I absolutely fucking love, and I'm gonna be reviewing season 3 here on the channel, and you can catch me every Thursday at 5:30 over on PJ's channel, Orville Nation, where I join the panel and we discuss episode by episode. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna be watching it tomorrow. I have Disney Plus for free, but I'm not gonna watch it just because I just don't care. I'm not that up. Like I said, man, I heard people that watched the last season 7 of the Clone Wars. It was like there's like 12 episodes, so it's like you could watch the first 4, skip the second 4, and watch the last like third of it or whatever, and it was okay. But it was like the episode with the arc with the 2 sisters with like the side shave. You know, they look like basically like SJW inserts into the Clone Wars. Kind of, they were hanging out with Ahsoka. I don't know the characters' names or anything, but everybody said that was like you could skip those episodes. You didn't really miss any of the overarching story. But I'm not gonna be watching it. I don't.
So this is Bad Batch is like a spin-off series of Clone Wars?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, because they're the Bad Batch of the clones.
Oh, Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're trying to get at. I don't know.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It just, like I said, I was like, I can get down with the concept, like, okay, but I'm just not a fan of Disney anymore. Like, I mean, it's just like, how many times are we going to let you walk all over us and then, come crawling back? I'm done. Like, yeah. I'm done. Like, anything I watch will be for free, basically,
Yeah, Disney is free only at this point.
Yeah, I don't. And speaking of seeing things and paying for them, I drove by my local movie theater, which it's a family-owned movie theater. It's been open since 1947. And I was happy to see the marquee, which had nothing on it since New Mutants was shown there last October. They're finally opening back up May 21st. And dude, I was so worried that they were going to close them because it's family-owned. And with everything going on, and I know they live about 40 miles from like where the theater is. So, I was worried that they were going to close down for good. And that's like literally a historical landmark. And it's such a beautiful theater. Nick, I think I know you and Tony have for sure seen pictures.
Yeah. You showed us pictures of it. I think you went to go see the Goonies there during the during the height of the pandemic. So.
Yep. Yeah, Goonies and Jurassic Park, Zootopia, and what was the other one? They showed there was another older one too. I'm trying to think. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. I went to see there too. So
gotcha.
That was and then like I said, they closed down for a while, and then New Mutants showed. I was like, I'll go see that, and then they shut down, and they're opening back up finally. I am ecstatic to go in there and support them. I just hope they get a good movie first. I don't know. It'll be like Joy Luck Club 2 or something. I don't know.
You want to hear something kind of funny?
Yeah.
One of my buddies, right, and he's just turned 60, you know. He's kind of over all the new Hollywood stuff, doesn't watch much of it anymore, you know. Big Tarantino fan, though, but he used to be a nerd back in the day. And we brought up Temple of Doom the other day, started talking about it. And this dude was bitching about Short Round like he was Rose Tico. He's like that. He's all, Indy doesn't need a fucking sidekick, and they just threw the fucking kid in, just, you know, for the appeal of Harrison Ford handling a child for all the women. I mean, he was just going on. And I'm like, that's a movie I grew up with. I never even thought about it from that aspect. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just gave me a new perspective on Temple of Doom, because I liked Short Round, but I guess he annoyed a lot of the fans at the time, supposedly.
Keely Chow, I like that idea.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you gotta talk to Jeff about that, and I'm sure, you know, he'll gladly have you on for sure. But you know, make sure you guys are sharing any tips, links, so we can get him up to 1,000, so we can start making money on this bitch.
And YouTube, and that's funny because I'm really good on my watch hours. I was up to almost 7,000, and then YouTube decided to go like this and go and take 700 of them away. So I got knocked back down to about 6,000, which I'm still above the threshold, which is 4,000. We're just trying to get there on the subs. But yeah, man, you guys are great. We're at 656. Keep sharing the link, share the videos. You know, if you haven't subscribed, please do, man. I'm working for you. I streamed 5-6 nights last week. I put content out steady, my reviews. I turned my brain into Quaker Oats for you guys watching Batwoman. So it's fun. It's fun, but I'm working hard over here, peeps. I love you guys, man. You guys make this. If it wasn't for you, I'd just be some idiot yelling into a camera, which I am anyway. But I mean, it's debatable. It's debatable. I know. Trust me. I know. I hear it every day from my wife. I hear it every day. But we're gonna go. What we're gonna do is, before we go into our first topic, we're going to show a little something here, and we're going to jump over here to the Clown World Review. And if you guys have not seen this video yet, first of all, if you're not subscribed to Tony's channel, I don't know what the hell you're doing with your life.
No kidding.
I got this from another one of my sources.
I
flushed and it popped right back up.
Tony, you need to start charging royalties on this stuff if he's going to use.
Here it is. This is the leaked video of the actual Gina Carano firing. Tony, you have anything you want to add before we start her off here?
Just, thank you.
You're welcome. Here we go.
Good morning. You wanted to see me?
Well, Gina, we wanted to do this by email, see?
Your public comments, sweetheart, they're hurting our image.
Our PR department described it as disastrous. A woman doing the maths and speaking her mind to the people.
Not when I've got public office around the corner, toots.
I said 2 sugars, you fucking asshole.
Look, guys. I get public image, especially for a multinational corporation that deals in family entertainment. I just heeded the warnings of generations before us, and I thought it might bring us together as one people. I saw something, so I said something.
Exactly. If you want to keep warning them, it's never gonna happen, see?
How do you feel about red lipstick on screen, doll?
The problem is, once a person, especially a woman, starts speaking for themselves, thoughts of liberty and justice begin to affect our narrative, and that threatens our power. Could you just toe the line, baby doll?
What if we stopped expecting other people to live up to an image that somebody else internalized? You know, less talk, more listening. You know, the golden rule.
Abhorrent. You're fired, sweet tits.
Oh, boy.
Oh God, that I love it, Tony. That was freaking awesome. I love that. Oh Jesus,
classic.
Got a lot more ideas coming, so just be patient. They're on the way.
Oh man,
awesome.
I dig it. I dig it. That was like I said, that was fun. I've never enjoyed playing somebody like Bob Iger so much. You're fired, sweet tits. See? It's just fun to talk like a 30 style gangster and fire people. It is. I'm gonna start talking to the kids at school and I substitute like that. Take a left, you little assholes.
Here, smoke on up. Start offering cigarettes.
Here, have a lucky strike, Timmy. They'll help you grow big and strong. See? Oh God, I can't. That's. It's funny. I'm like, no. It would. I'm telling you, man. We're gonna jump over here though. We're gonna go over, and we don't have to. We're not gonna go through this article. It's more or less just for the headline and these ads that pop up because it's Screen Rant. Black Panther 2 movie title and logo revealed. Wakanda Forever. I don't really know how to react to this. As somebody who really enjoyed the first one, even though it was not really that great. I mean, it was good. This is kind of, I don't know. July 8th, 2022. I think this is going to be a messy movie. Let's say the panel.
They must have heard everyone saying, you should probably wait 5 or 10 years, and they're like, yeah, we can do that. Let's do it. How about right now? Does now work? Let's do it. Let's go. That's a good idea. Let's let's profit off of this tragedy because it's Disney.
Yeah. I feel like Wakanda Forever is something that's cool. Like it's cool. Like people say it, it's accepted, but when they name the movie Wakanda Forever, it's like when something like starts getting over with the fans in the WWE and then Michael Cole picks up on it and starts saying it and then suddenly it's not cool anymore.
I feel like it's kind of already like that, but there's some sort of animosity to it that this if you wouldn't have told me that this is the name of the movie, I would have thought, oh, this is like some sort of commemoration thing to
Chadwick.
Exactly. And that's what it feels like. So I wouldn't be surprised if like you said, Red Gaze, that they're just cashing in on this friggin' tragedy, So when I look at that, I think cool, but too soon. That's how I feel.
What if they brought in the hologram of Tupac? Is that too soon?
Dude, he was already in the movie. He's an extra. He's hanging out.
Yeah, as long as it's only the hologram of Tupac, that's fine.
I was gonna say I thought Biggie was one of the guys in the back and one of the things too. But as long as if they're gonna do this and they're gonna make it Wakanda Forever, then I'd like to nominate the hologram of Africa Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation to play the lead role. Just rock the planet, rock, and they all come out doing the Wakanda Forever dance out of the cave.
There you go.
Who's gonna challenge Africa Bambaataa, the king of Wakanda, for the throne? And out comes Curtis Blow, and he's like, "These are the breaks." I mean, seriously.
But yeah, that is really soon, 2022. I mean,
yeah.
Ah, man, yeah. You can tell as much as they were like, "Oh, Chadwick Boseman," like they really don't give a fuck.
I mean, I'm not like super mad about it, but I'm also kind of like, I see you, I see what you're doing. So,
yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the first movie, but I agree with what you said, Etep. It's not freaking Spike Lee needs to calm down about it.
Oh,
just a little bit.
It's not high art. It's very flawed. It is very flawed.
It's a freaking Marvel movie,
That's it.
Call me tits,
They're cut and paste. They act, like I said, they have to act like there was never a black superhero before 2018. We're not even, like you see Wesley Snipes back. He's doing that Jonah Hill from Superbad going, fuck me, right? I mean, he's just. It is like some motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill. This.
What drives me crazy, actually, going back to like the first movie, he wasn't even in it. They didn't even offer him like any sort of role, did they? I mean, back in the day, they offered him the role because he really wanted it in the 90s. But then he's like, nah, let's make a really bad movie, Blade Trinity. And then they did.
Ooh.
And that was a bad mistake. But from what I understand, they didn't even offer Snipes any sort of role in Black Panther, even though he was so like personally involved back in the 90s. That's bull crap.
Oh yeah. You know, he did. He wanted that. And I don't know. I like,
didn't they disrespect him? Weren't they saying like something about this was the first? Maybe that was just the fan saying it's the first black superhero.
I feel like that's putting words in people's mouths, but like I wouldn't put it past Feige. You know, I wouldn't put it past Feige for him to say it offhandedly. For them to come out and be like, "This is the official first one," that would be bullcrap. But I feel like that's just a lot of like people who are not in the know, people who don't know that Blade is related to Marvel Studios.
Yep.
And honestly, Wesley Snipes, like everybody, even DC, should be in debt to him because of like what he did to the genre. So,
he made it cool and mainstream back when it was still kind of struggling to find the comic book movies were still they were still struggling to find their footing. I mean, yeah, you had Superman and Batman, but look what happened in the later Batman movies like Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, which I enjoy, but I mean, not Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, just because of soundtrack. But I don't know. It's just,
they were known as campy movies, even the further down the road Superman movies as well.
Oh yeah, the Donners. They were always the Richard Donner Superman movies were always campy. They were. That's exactly what they were meant to be. But they reflected the times and they reflected the way the character was interpreted, and it worked for them. It really well. I mean, not counting Superman 3 and 4, but that's those are. I mean, Richard Pryor was good in Superman, wasn't he?
He's one of the few things I need to go back and watch the Donners because Pryor is one of the few things I remember about. I don't even remember which one he was in, but the movies.
I was gonna say I can't even remember which one it is.
Was it 3? Because 4 was the one.
It was 3.
4 was the one where they made that like Lex Luthor sent that superhero kit into the sun, and that blonde dude came out. Yeah.
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 Man, it's been so long.
I know. I need to watch those again. Are they? They're probably all on HBO Max, right?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Say that I don't have HBO Max yet. Here we go. The Marvels. Captain Marvel 2's title. This is going to be fuck me.
Wait, can you scroll back up there real quick? That's not official, right? The text.
It's the Marvels. That's the release is Captain Marvel 2 and the Marvels.
It's kind of Golden Girls ish.
It's
kind of Steel Magnolias.
Oh.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
I mean, there are flowers involved, but
I want Betty White as one of the Marvels.
That's the only way I would watch a movie if she was in there.
Right? Because you've got these two, and then they're going to throw Kamala Khan in there. You know that. It's funny if you think Black Panther 2 is insulated from criticism. Boy, oh boy! Wait till you say, "Hey, I didn't like this movie." Oh my God! It's already starting in the Marvel Cinematic Universe group. Like right now, like I saw some, and it all started with the Falcon and the Winter Soldier in there. The posts were like, We allow all kinds of discourse and dialogue, but straight up hating will not be tolerated. This is after them saying everybody has a right to their opinion. And so like I don't even comment. I just go through and I read comments, and I'm just like, as soon as somebody says, well, I didn't like it because it had like identity pop. You must not read the comics, you stupid neckbeard incel alt-right man baby rot, Russian bot troll. I'm like, holy shit, it's starting already. Here goes another aneurysm. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, it's a movie about superheroes. It's okay. They didn't even say I didn't like it because it was women, or I didn't like it because it was a black person. They said I just didn't like it because the politics kind of took me out of the story. and then it's like you get attacked. I'm just like, I can't. You people are killing me.
I was looking forward to Captain Marvel until she had that speech at whatever award show where she totally, and it doesn't matter if it's white guys or whatever color guys. I just don't like people singling out races and brushing with broad strokes. I mean,
yep.
And especially when they have a platform, they're in a position of I don't want to say power, but influence.
Mm-hmm.
And then just on with that, the racket scheme, the GoFundMe's to send girls to see them. I mean,
yeah. Don't buy school supplies for, girls in third world countries that need water, clothes, educational materials. Send them to see Captain Marvel because that'll help them. Hang on one second. Another monster. I literally made this GIF. This was just for you. I hope you enjoyed the review, but here you go. It's right here too, buddy.
That's just a car.
There you go. There you go. That one's for you. Another monster. But no, I know what you're talking about, Tony, because that was a whole thing during the lead up to Captain Marvel was, we're sending, Brie Larson is donating money to send girls to see the movie. And it's cool. I'm not saying that young women don't need role models that they can look at on screen, but to act like she's the first female to ever lead a movie or be something that could be considered a role model for a young woman it's a fallacy. It is.
Well, if it was that important to them, they had more than enough resources to send children to see that movie without profiting off of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they bought out a whole freaking theater for Endgame to boost up numbers. So I mean,
yep.
So your numbers mean something to you, but not this message you're spewing out to the fans.
No, man, it's Hollywood. They're always saying one thing. They're always wishing one hand and shitting in another. That's how they operate. I mean, look at the Oscars. Look at all that stuff. All the things they say during those speeches. It means nothing. All of it means fucking nothing. If they actually cared about minorities and females, things like that, they would actually do something about it. But instead, they're just virtue signaling, saying, this movie has a strong female character, a strong female cast, and the movie sucks because they didn't write it really well. They just want really they want like five female characters that check the boxes. That's all they want to do.
Yeah.
And the movie suffers, and then they don't make money. Then they're wondering, why didn't this work? It's super dumb, and they're just wasting everybody's time doing it.
Yeah, and then they'll tell you it's immoral to not like the movie, to not like the bad writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, for me, I actually enjoy the movie. Like, I don't have any beef, but what I do have beef with is for people telling me what I should be feeling. The Elizabeth Banks saying that you're immediately... like sexist if you don't want to watch Charlie's Angels. I don't want to watch Charlie's Angels because I've never watched any of the Charlie's Angels anyway. Like I don't care. Like I was excited for Captain Marvel. I enjoyed what they did with it. And like, is it my favorite? No, but I enjoyed it enough. And even my wife came out of there saying like, it was cool to see a woman like kick some butt. Sure. But like, we both had like our issues with it, but whatever. We had a good date night and everything. But then week later, everybody telling me how I'm supposed to feel about this movie puts a really bad aftertaste.
Yeah. You're a white dude. You should love it regardless. Love it. Love it.
Like, oh, you liked it? Well, you should love it. I was like, well, what's wrong with just liking it?
Well, even with Elizabeth Banks, beforehand, I think what was it? Before the movie came out, she's like, I want all the women to come support the movie. This is not for men. And then when it flopped, she's like, why didn't you guys? Why didn't the men come support it? I'm like, what did you just say on Thursday? What did you just say on Thursday?
Yeah, that was like clearly. I don't know what that was. Honestly, I feel like that was like a psychotic breakdown by her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she did play like she did play like to have 4 or 5 roles like in making and shooting the movie as well. Which was ridiculous because apparently she pushed really hard to have Charlie's Angels made. I'm just like, nobody wanted that. Why did you choose that property?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I didn't see it. I leave people to ETEP who can't control himself and has to watch garbage fire, and then I listen to what he has to talk about.
Unfortunately, I watched it and I was like, I mean, it wasn't woke. It just wasn't good. It just was not. It was
terrible.
Fun. Because I mean, like the first two with Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore and I forget the other chick's name, Lucy Liu. Those are fun, but you could tell they were making fun of the genre because they were everything was so far over the top that it didn't make sense. It wasn't physically possible. Right. You were like, okay, they're making fun of this. They're doing it in a fun way. This is fun to watch. In this one, they were like, it starts off with her giving like a feminist speech to a guy she's gonna like, strangle in 2 seconds. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And then you find out that it's actually a part 3 of Charlie's Angels because the angels are there's angels fucking agency in like every city from all around the world.
Oh, and really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then like the Bosleys are just like their handlers for each group of angels, and they have their own like system now. And Charlie is like owns this conglomerate of like secret of like private military hot ass women who are gonna kick ass kind of thing. It's a weird concept.
It's actually sexist content.
Yeah, but like that's a thing. And like there was something that happened in the movie, and I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And like a lot of it was drawn out and boring and didn't really wasn't fun and everything, And I don't know, man.
You might.
Yeah. Okay. It sucked. I got it.
Yeah. I was like, I tried watching it. I was like, it's not good. It's not good.
Nick, you mentioned Lucy Liu, and while we're still on the subject of badass females and badass female leads, Disney should go back and watch Lucy Liu's scene in Kill Bill, where her and Uma Thurman are about.
Yeah,
she's in the snow and she just steps out of her slippers.
I fucking love that shit, man.
Badass fight scene. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to see in a strong female lead. I mean,
we even had, what was it, Atomic Blonde, which Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Fucking great movie. I mean, and even then, like I remember in the commercial they were pitching it to Guys Hard because it was her and that one chick from Kingsman that had like their own little like sexy in their little Russian hotel. I was like, I'm down for this. Let's watch this.
And Charlize Theron is like kind of, I don't know. Her and Brie Larson are kind of cut from the same cloth when it comes to speaking their mind about stuff, which they should. They're human beings, but like nobody made a fuss about that movie. Like
no,
Atomic Blonde was freaking dope, and I feel like it only got better because people were like, yeah, it was just so good. Like
and there was no bullshit about it. They just nobody said, hey, it's female empowerment, go watch the movie. They were just like, it's a spy movie with a hot blonde female in the 80s in Russia. Go watch it. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Let's watch it. It was great. I own the movie on Blu-ray. I think my brother who works at Regal got me the official poster for it. I have it somewhere here. But I mean, it's a good movie. I really enjoy it.
Well, like, honestly, if you put it in super watered down terms, but honestly, you can almost apply those exact same terms, like those words with Captain Marvel, and yet they did not do the same. One is completely hated or really loved, or at least forced loved. And then one, I don't know anybody who has a problem with Atomic Blonde. I've never met anybody. And they could have been marketed exactly the same way, but something was off. And it's clearly how they handled the politics of it all.
Yep.
And
yeah.
I think a lot of that had to do with the way Brie, acted in the run up to the movie, and her, and that's the thing is like she could have endeared so many people to her in the character, being a new character. It's just the way she handled with the cover reveal when she was on Entertainment Weekly, the hey, you want to break the internet tweet? It's like, and it came out that she was Captain Marvel. I don't know, like I said, it could have been handled differently. And just the way it was written, Anna Fleck and Ryan Bowden, you could tell it was they're not Marcus and McFeely writing movies. Okay, they were a bit out of their element. But I mean, it was a 5 out of 10 popcorn movie. You go in, like Ryan said, you go in, you watch it, you go out, and it was like I saw a movie, and that was basically it.
Yeah.
Like, no, really. I mean, that's like my wife. That's exactly what she said because she didn't see it until we watched it on Disney Plus because she had never seen it. She watched that after Endgame, and she was like, it's just kind of like she said it was because we watched Solo together, and it was kind of like Solo. It just like I found myself like looking at my phone during the movie and just kind of like meh, That's how it was to me. It was just there was like the camera work. Okay, so when they go in that the Kree and her go in that first battle to fight against the Skrulls, it was so dark that it reminded me. I was like, did Zack Snyder shoot this scene? Like, Jesus. Like, was this supposed to be in Justice League? Brie Larson versus Amber Heard, says Legendary Memes. God, I don't even know who I pick in that one.
Amber Heard will throw feces.
Yeah. Brie Larson's probably cleaner.
This is true. I would put money on that one. I don't know. The second one, it doesn't do anything for this. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Quantumania. I liked Ant-Man. I liked the character. I really like Paul Rudd. He makes that character for me because I didn't know who the hell Ant-Man was. I really didn't. I had no idea who Ant-Man was.
It was supposed to be Seth Rogen. Did you know that?
I did not, and I am so happy it was Paul Rudd instead.
Same
God!
Same here.
Much better.
Yeah, I'm not a Seth Rogen. I kind of outgrew Seth Rogen, like as far as his anything. I'm not a big. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Rogen's much anymore. But I don't know. Ant-Man and the Wasp to me, it was okay. I liked it. It was fine. It wasn't like anything that I was like, oh wow, I mean, it was like, it was a movie. The best part is what's his name, Michael Pena, doing his little story hour with Michael Pena. That was like one of the highlights is him and T.I. and the creepy Russian guy. They were fun. Well, T.I. is not going to be in this one anymore, obviously. But he got arrested again.
I know.
Oh God!
Again for like the 37th time.
Sorry, I didn't know. I just assumed. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. No. It's fine. It's a safe assumption. It is a safe assumption.
It really is, dude. I lived in his neighborhood. Actually, I know how it's like over there, and I don't blame him. I'm not gonna lie. That place is scary. Bankhead is ridiculous over there in Georgia. It is a scary place.
I've never been, and I'll avoid it. It's probably like certain parts of Detroit that I've unfortunately had to work in before, but that's another story.
See, I'm hearing rumors. Okay, first there was the rumor that there might be an end credit scene in Love and Thunder with Sue Storm. I don't know how true that is, but I'm hearing like heavy rumors that Quantumania is going to introduce the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I feel like it's not more of a rumor, but I feel like it's only a rumor because of how plausible it sounds. Like I feel like people just are assuming that, and it would be the best move, honestly. Like, I'm down with. I did not like Ant-Man and the Wasp, but I do like the Wasp a lot. Like I liked her a lot in that movie. And funnily enough, I didn't like Paul Rudd in that movie very much. I didn't really like it that much.
I am a huge Ant-Man and the Wasp fan because like I was like because I didn't think I would like Ant-Man that much, and I watched it. I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is such a good, funny,
the first
awesome,
one,
crazy, the first one, funny, awesome, crazy movie. Michael Pena doing his fucking storytelling was hilarious. I let a nice little break in the movie. It was dumb and fun. I loved it. Paul Rudd was amazing. Michael Douglas, so.
Yep.
And then I was like, all right, part two. Let's see part two. And I looked at part two. Looked at the credits of part two. I was like, all right, directed by the same guy. Okay. I was like, all right, I got a little bit of faith in it. Just as good. Fucking loved it. The beginning where he's doing the maze with his daughter and the boxes, and Michaels are freaking out. I was like, this is great. You can't leave the house. Plus you have Randall Park in there. Fucking love Randall Park. Oh my god,
that was
love Randall Park. Walton Goggins. You had Michelle Pfeiffer. You had Lawrence Fishburne. Great cast. A little bit more serious, but I think also a little bit funnier as well. Wonderful. As long as part 3 is directed by the same guy, I have faith in it, and I think it'll be just as good. But I'm kind of looking forward to it. I hope it's the same people. I hope it's the same guy. Fingers crossed.
I really feel like. I mean, there's
Reed,
nothing
isn't it?
Peyton Reed.
Peyton Reed. Yeah.
He also did the Fantastic Four movies. Which
Yeah.
Which is I think another huge reason why people just assume that the Fantastic Four are going to be introduced in something that Peyton Reed does.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, like everything you said, Nick, is great. It just didn't hit with me. But
yeah. Because I mean, I know a lot of people who are like more like big Thor fans, and I just don't give a shit about Thor.
Yeah,
but I don't know what it was. But like,
Thor fan.
yeah, but I don't know what it was. But like Ant-Man, when I watched the movie, I was like, this is so much fun. I love this.
Actually, Ant-Man is like the only movie that I skipped out on in theaters. I'm like, man, I don't need to see that in the lineup. And I totally regretted it. I remember watching it with my wife. I'm like, this was such a bad mistake that we made not to go and see this because it was so good. I think I really liked the Wasp a lot, but I really feel like I want more of her. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if she should have her own movie or not. I don't think so. But like, I don't know. I just felt like I wanted more from her, and I hope that's what we get in this one.
I like Evangeline Lilly because I'm a huge Lost fan.
Right.
I adore the actress. Her character on Lost, I wanted to shake her by the shoulders every time because they're like, Sawyer would be like, Freckles, stay here. And then Freckles goes off.
Etep, play the GIF. Play the GIF.
Which one? Oh.
Airplane.
Oh, here we go. Yep, this is basically what I wanted to do to her in Lost.
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you want it on the phone.
That. Every time she did something, I was like, why? He told you just stay there. He's not being a dick. He's telling you stay because you go there and you fuck things up, Kate. Stop it. And then, Sawyer'd be happy with somebody, Juliet, and then she's like, oh, I'm going to try to bang you now. And then Jack is happy with somebody, and then, oh, I'm going to try to bang. It's like, bitch, stop. Bitch, stop. Stop
That's what bitches
Kate.
do.
They be crazy sometimes, man. Phoenix Animation, what's up, brother? What's up? How you doing, man? Dude, yeah, but I like Evangeline Lilly. I like her character. I don't know. They definitely made her more of a focus in the second one. No problem there. The third one, like I said, if we get the Fantastic Four in it, I feel like Craig and South Island would be so happy. But I want to see it done right. And I did like the first two Fantastic Four movies. I don't hate those. If you stack them up next to Roger Corman's Fantastic Four and then Fan Four Stick, I mean, they look really, really good.
I like them. I thought they were fun.
No, I do. I enjoyed them, and I really think Mads Mikkelsen should be playing Doctor Doom. But that's just me.
Why have I never thought of that? That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, he would be an amazing Doctor Doom. About maybe 10 years ago, I would have said Viggo Mortensen, but now I'm like, I think Mads Mikkelsen would do really well in that role.
I can see Viggo doing that. I'm looking at here. It says that it's been released, the date, but I'm reading May 3rd, 2021. But that's when this article was made. When is the release date to this?
For which one?
For Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Let's see. February 17th, 2022.
Okay. Is that
So we're
before
less
or
than-
after? That's before Wakanda Forever, yeah?
Yeah, that comes out in July, and then you've got Thor 4 and then Captain Marvel 2 that year too. And they weren't slated to release. Oh, here he is. What did I say? I said he'd show up. Hi, I'm at your house and your pizza is here, noobs. Welcome.
Nice.
Welcome. We've been waiting for you. No, I think okay, so you got Ant-Man, you got the Wakanda Forever, you got Thor 4, and I don't know. And Guardians of the Galaxy. That's what
Guardians,
we're gonna talk
that's
about
right.
next. That's what we're gonna talk about next, is Guardians of the Galaxy. I think out of those, I was so excited for this Thor movie, and then I'm like, I heard Taika Waititi, because I'm not a big Ragnarok fan. There's parts of it I like. I don't know. Maybe I can't. I've seen it. That's like my kid and my wife's favorite. Did I share the wrong thing? No. Here we go. Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
This is a Viagra ad.
It's something. This
no,
one
I was
is,
just saying your browsing history. Anyway.
Yeah, well, that too. Let's see. This will be out May 5th, 2023.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait. So Ant-Man comes out in 2023. That last article had the wrong day at 2022. 2023 for Ant-Man in February, and then May you turn around and you get Guardians 3.
Do you think Black Widow will be out by then?
Probably not. I doubt it.
I don't understand. So okay, wait. Shang-Chi is coming out in July?
Yes.
Why aren't they dropping Black Widow before that?
I thought Black Widow's July and Shang-Chi's September.
No, they switched it because they.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I was kidding about that Black Widow just now. Like, they moved her date up again.
They did. So you've got So the back end of this year, you got Shang-Chi, you've got Black Widow, you've got the Eternals, and then you've got Spider-Man, Far From Home or No Way Home or
Forget About Home or something.
Homewrecker. No. It's Spider-Man 3
Spider-Man Homewrecker.
Tony's
Spider-Man
dead
3
corpse wrecks the home.
Tony comes back and nails Aunt May.
Yeah, no. Spider-Man's gonna go try to hit up Pepper Potts.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's actually a twist I'd like to see.
He's gonna be like, "Daddy's home."
It feels wrong, but I'd want to see it.
Let me light you. Let me light. He's like, "Hey, can I burn one of those candles?"
And then it's him just fumbling with the candles and the matches the whole time, burning himself.
Mr. Stark never taught me how to do this.
You can find her nudes in those stupid glasses.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
He's like, swipe. Friday, show me nudes of Pepper Potts, and she's like, "Oh, you sure?" I can't even do the accent. I need Tony. We need to do. Oh my god! So we need to do a skit where I'm gonna be Iron Man. We'll have Vassy be Friday. She's from Ireland. It'll work. Work. We'll have her be Friday. I'm gonna have her narrate. I'm gonna talk to her about that. You need to be Friday.
I'm just thinking about Spider-Man looking at her nudes now and just like, Alexa, order me a pussy candle.
Oh, shit.
Oh, mine just went off. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll order that right away.
In bulk.
No, in bulk. No, please don't. I'm just kidding. I was only kidding. They were jokes.
You order them in bulk and you fire them all up.
Oh. Why does the house smell? It smells like a fish market in here.
Hello, ladies.
Oh God! Let's see. What JM20? It's pathetic scenes. A group of characters. An elevator movie. Taking her title name away from the distance. She's cause Feige. No, she's unlikable. I think they're trying to package all of them together because they don't have the confidence to give Maria Rambeau a movie, which I don't know. I think Teyana Paris did really well in that. She was one of the standouts in WandaVision for me. And Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, I'm like, look, that I have no faith in any of these comic books that came out after, these characters that are like post 2014 characters. I don't, it's like America Chavez. It's a Disney Plus show. They're probably gonna do like 6-7 episodes, 6 to 8 episodes. So I'm not, I don't know. Do you guys think that could work as a concept? All three of them together in one movie?
All three.
Like
I'm only thinking of two. Who's the other? Who's the third?
If they're doing the Marvels, it'd be Brie.
Oh, Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan and Teyana and Maria Rambeau or Monica.
I feel like the two could do really well. I don't know about holding up Captain Marvel's name, but I feel like it's clearly a way to like take focus off of Brie a little bit, which is strategically a smart move, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But like for somebody like Kamala Khan, who I feel like a lot of people are going to struggle with her. I feel like because her origin story is like super weird. Like, it's strange. So it's going to make people pissed because they're not going to stick to the actual source material. So there's that. Then two, she's a teenager which I don't know how that's going to work with somebody as gruff as Captain Marvel. And 3, I feel like we just don't know her at all. Not to mention nobody knows her if they haven't read the comic books at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like you take her out and it could work with Maria and Captain Marvel, but not with 3 of them.
No. You can't. That's like it's like a really forced team up movie that nobody is like really asking for right now. You know what I mean?
Everything with 3 is forced. When I go back and watch Endgame, pay attention. Like every fucking Avenger in that movie at some point, I hate all of you except for her. I like that one. You know, Tony Stark's fucking pissed at ripping off his nanotech, shoving at Steve Rogers, and but I like her. And then he fucking collapses.
Everybody had to validate her during the movie. I did notice that. Like,
well, no, she was in Endgame she was Captain MacGuffin is what she was. That's what she was. Because that's the only way that Tony Stark came back. And then she was in the middle again for one thing or another, and then she comes back at the end to kind of mess with Thanos, but. You know, Scarlet Witch is the one who could have really killed him. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and we should have seen more of that.
I 100% agree.
Yes.
If you want to praise a powerful female, Scarlet Witch, not Captain fucking Marvel.
I kept hearing a rumor after the first trailer dropped for Endgame where it showed Tony stuck, stranded in the Milano or whatever. But I kept hearing rumors that him and Nebula were going to find the Annulix batteries that Rocket stole in the second Guardians, and that's how they were going to get home. And that sounded so interesting to me, how they would tie it in a knot like that.
Yeah.
So I was a little underwhelmed when Captain Marvel showed up and carried him home. It just wasn't as good of a story, I don't think.
I remember being kind of I really wanted him to get himself out of it.
Yeah, definitely, because like he's Tony Stark,
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I also something else that didn't. I don't mean to keep going off, but something else that didn't set right with me in the movie. I kept hearing that with all the time traveling, they were going to go back to Thor Ragnarok and pick up the Uru metal from Mjolnir when his sister had crushed it, and that's what they were going to use to create the Infinity Gauntlet. But it just kind of appeared. They went and got their Infinity Stones, came back, and had a gauntlet.
Do you remember when Thanos pulled the gauntlet out and he's like, "I'll do it myself"? He already had one.
Yeah, in Age of Ultron.
Yeah, it was Ultron. Yeah, I couldn't remember which one was the post-credit scene in Ultron. And then he has to go back and he has, Peter Dinklage, the giant elf, make him another one.
Like, why do you have to do that? Like
a giant midget elf.
It's kind of forced. Like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to get it. Or it could have been a mold and, I had to make, something where the consistency would have lined up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like they didn't exactly know what they were going to do. They knew the roundabout way, but they had to kind of go back and do a little course correct with him, getting the new gauntlet and taking Dinklage's hands. But yeah, like I said, I don't have as much problem with that as I do other things that just didn't make sense. But Orville Nation says we need an Age of Voltron movie. I'd be down with that.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Another monster said, you mean Harbulary batteries? Clown World Review.
Yes, those ones. I mean, and that would have been, it would have helped Tony Stark get himself out of it, and it would have connected everything nicely, All of Guardians 2 was basically set up from Rocket stealing those batteries. And it seemed like such a bad thing at the time, but it would have paid off.
God damn it, Nick. Did you let her out of her cage?
Oh, shit. I should have crushed up one more Benadryl and given it to her. Shit.
Damn it.
Listen, Bree, I said you'd be cleaner than Amber Heard, all right?
I know, we paid you a compliment. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, hon.
If you don't move, she can't track your movement. She's like a T-Rex. If you don't move, she can't see you.
I've mastered the art of standing so still you can't even see me eating these chips. That was one of the best Drax scenes. Oh god,
Drax is wonderful, man. Oh god,
he's absolutely great. I mean, God. But that's why I didn't want to wait too long for the next Guardians movie, because Batista's not getting any younger. You know, he'll be 75 when the next one comes out. So it's like they're gonna have to switch the team around, because Drax the Destroyer is Drax the Depender. I don't know.
Drax the Feeble.
Uh-oh. So I'm outside. I'm coming for y'all. Bree's going hood on us tonight. Bree ain't playing.
just show her the check for Captain Marvel 2 and she'll be fine.
I know, right? She don't care. I mean, her YouTube channel is doing wonderful. She's gaining so many subscribers all the time and making such good content.
Training to be bisexual.
Oh. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Hey, look it's Brutal Morningwood. Hail to you, Brutal Morningwood. Lurking with the volume down at my boy's house. He needed help doing some work. Now we're watching Batwoman on purpose because he likes it.
Oh
my God.
You sure that's your boy?
Yeah, I was say.
Damn, man. Like I only watch it because I'm obligated to.
That's not your girl. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Whew, damn. You should have just saved yourself the time. Just put my review on. Say, here, watch this. It's much more entertaining.
Instead of watching Batwoman, but watch ETEP's reviews. They're way better. They're
much more entertaining.
And shorter
by 40 minutes. And that's the thing. Like, I was getting up there, man. I had a couple of those reviews that were like 28, 29 minutes long, and I'm like, I'm looking over at As are like 40. I'm like, I can't do 40. I can't. Fuck that. I can't do it. I can't. Like I said, the one today was 22 minutes, and I was like, holy shit. Like, the best thing about it was like the fight sequence. That was actually, I will say, it was actually really well done, and that was more on Wallace Day because she is actually trained in MMA. So that is that's on her. Javicia Leslie, stunt woman, did absolutely wonderful too. So yeah. But I don't know if anybody caught it, but I did a ECW Joey Styles moment where the character of Kate Kane kicked Ryan Wilder through the glass, and I played the Joey Styles, oh my God, over it. I was like, it was either going to be that or I was going to have Jim Ross going, good God, somebody stop the damn match. What is Bree? Hi, Bree. Nick, is Nick ignoring you tonight? Is Nick ignoring you?
Where's the chloroform? God damn it.
He's like, I almost ran out. I need a rag.
Where's the Trent gonna have? Shit.
He's got that fucking elephant gun from what is it? No, it's old school. You got a fucking dart in your neck, dude. You're fucking crazy. Oh shit! Here, we'll be right back. We're gonna jump into the Gina Carano topic, and we're gonna talk about that because it can't miss. It can't miss. But we haven't done this in a while. Let's do some Monty Python. We'll be right back. That one never gets old. That one never gets old. I love the Monty Python stuff. Here we are, bounding into comics. No, we don't need these ads. Rumor: Disney in talks to bring back Gina Carano to The Mandalorian. Yeah, this is a very funny topic because I'm gonna just go ahead and speak on behalf of a bunch of people and say, yeah, bullshit. If she comes back, I don't know why she would. She seems to be a woman of great principle. But why would you go back to an abusive relationship? Tony, I know you have some thoughts on this too, man.
Exactly. Who cares? Disney's a garbage company. The Last Jedi happened before Gina was even in the picture. Number one, I love Gina Carano. I went back to that. I would lose respect for her. The damage is done. They're not fixing anything by rehiring her. They still fired her over BS reasons. And didn't just fire her, but then talked smack while doing it and tried to bury her.
Yeah.
Why does anyone want anything to do with a company like that?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Nick, you have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm with you as well, man. I call BS on that too. I think it's just Reddit rumors that people are reading.
Yep,
that's all it is. And I'm with you, Tony. If she were to go back, I'd lose a little bit of respect for her.
Stuff like this makes us look bad. Lucasfilm is sitting back laughing that they're dominating the conversation once again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but and like I don't know, man. Like I've been burned by Disney too much now. I don't care anymore. The only thing I think I would watch that they could even make would be Tron 3. That's it. Give me another cool ass Tron movie, and I'll be real happy.
Freaking! I just got in here mentioning about Tron. Yeah, I want another Tron movie so bad.
I haven't seen the second one.
The second one is the look is extremely different from the first one, but it looks so cool and just the music and everything hits, and I don't know, man. I really enjoyed part 2 a lot. It was so much fun, and apparently because they pumped so much money into it, it didn't make anything back because I think they put like $300 million into it or some shit like that. The budget was ridiculous.
It also was like in a weird phase for Disney live action movies because that was also around the same time that Tomorrowland came out. And that did really poorly as well. I don't know if it's because they put a lot of money into that. I doubt it, but it didn't do well. There was another one too, which is the whole point. I forget what it is, but they actually had like a setup for another Tron movie and everything, and it did really well in China, and that's why I think they were going to do it. But this has nothing to do with Gina Carano, but I'd be down with a Tron 3. That's for dang sure. You got to watch Legacy. It's really good.
That's on Disney Plus, I think, isn't it?
It should be. It's I mean, like you have the wonderful music, the effects, everything. It's like it's a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a damn good ride. I remember paying a lot of money. We'll go watch it in 3D, and it was entirely worth it.
Whoa,
it was great.
Really? Yeah. That sounds actually really cool. And I never watch anything in 3D. It does have, in my opinion, one of the best soundtracks ever.
Yeah, because it's Daft Punk who does most of it, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like they were. Yeah. There's even a club scene where they're actually in the movie. And it was great, man. It was a fun ride. It was such a fun ride.
Hell yeah! So I'm gonna check that out. then. That
have you seen the first one?
Yeah. I saw the first Tron as a kid. I should probably go back and watch it again because I don't think I've watched it in 20 some years, honestly.
Actually, that's probably the best way to watch this one then.
Okay.
Like you do not need to watch the first Tron at all. All you need to know.
That's true.
And which makes it really good. It makes it a really good movie. All you really need to know is who Flynn is, who is Jeff Bridges in the first one. That's it. Like and they do a really good job at the very beginning explaining who he is. And you're golden. You're set.
All right, I'll check that out then. Yeah. Let's see. So, Red, do you have any thoughts on the Gina Carano issue?
Yeah. I'd prefer if she didn't, but it's up to her. I'm sure there's lots of money involved, so
yeah.
And it probably is just a rumor at this point, so I wouldn't put too much stock in it.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, she just seems like she's so principled that it would be, like I said, it's like going back to an abusive relationship, and she doesn't strike me as the kind of person that would do that. Especially, the way that they, dog walked her, out and, trotted her out and, to the town square and, threw tomatoes at her basically, is what they did. And it's like for somebody like that, who is she's like, by all accounts, a genuine, sweet, caring human being. It's like, why would somebody like that, like you, I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I do. I think this is bullshit. I think it's a garbage tier rumor. And this is no slight to Bounding into comics. I respect the hell out of John and the guys over there. Like I said, we work with Drew the Supreme Heretic. Great people. But this rumor and where it comes from, I'm calling bullshit. I am. I don't care what your sub count is. I'm calling bullshit. you can scream into the shit abyss that Kathleen Kennedy is going to be fired for fucking 8 years until she finally decides to leave. And then what are you going to say? We were right. I mean, Jesus, dude. I mean, slam your head up against the wall some more, and I mean, just anyway.
But ETEP, but Reddit said so. It must be true.
Yeah, let me check my sources. Pull that subreddit up, would you? But no, really, I don't see any shots fired. I don't see any validity in this. I don't. I think it's hearsay, and I mean, like I said, I would be shocked. And I thought I was. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. But I would be shocked if this happened.
So I know this may feel like it's not on the same topic, but what are people's thoughts of James Gunn and how Disney handled firing him?
That's a very good question, because it's two sides of the same coin.
Because I feel like people really, I personally do not like James Gunn, and it has nothing to do with his personality or anything like that. I think he's not very talented at all. I feel like a lot of people were so mad at Disney when that happened, and then all of a sudden they hired him back, and then Disney looked like the good guys. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's totally something that Disney might do, like just so that they can appeal to both sides, because it had nothing to do with Batista saying I'm willing to walk. Like I feel like that, who cares at that point? Like Disney doesn't care. I would care way more. But Disney wouldn't care. They could replace him fairly easily.
Oh, yeah.
But like when everybody was getting so mad about that, I feel like it was a power play on Disney to be like, we're going to appease the people who are offended by these tweets that he sent out 10 years ago, which is bullcrap, by the way. Shouldn't fire somebody for their past. And then we're going to rehire him because we know how much the fans really, really love him. And I feel like if this rumor was true, it would be somewhat of the same thing, that they're trying to appease whatever. Because what did James Gunn do after he was fired? He apologized. He did some sort of random aid charity. I don't know. Like he did a bunch of things. It's almost like he went through the 12-step program for Disney. And I would really love for Gina, if this rumor was true or even being talked about, I would love her. Because I don't really have a stance on Mandalorian and everything. I don't Star Wars, I Star Trek. So, like, for her to come back, I would rather her totally just say, no, up yours, Disney. Like, I'm very much sick of this. Because, like, it's already happened. This is very different. It's very different than James Gunn, but it's very much patterned in the way that Disney is working. Absolutely. So I would love for her to stick it to him.
Oh no! Every time somebody like that can stick a middle finger up to Disney and everybody see it, I fucking love it, because fuck Disney. They're a horrible company, and they prove it every single day that they're still around. They especially and even the way they fired her, they didn't even fire her officially. Like she learned about it because it was broken to the news.
Yeah,
and she's like, "What?"
So much bull crap.
And I was like, "You call yourself? I mean, like you make us thinking you're like the best company in the world. You're this, that, and the other, and you literally like break up with her in text message in like that fashion. It's just kind of like, or better yet, you don't even break up with her. You just show up at the burger place with all of your friends with your new girlfriend, and she doesn't even know. That's basically what you did, Disney." And that's really shitty. That's super shitty. And I think the way that she was treated, the way she was hurt by that, just emotionally and everything she deal with, she's not going to go through that again. Because what if one of her tweets again is bad, or she does, or something else happens that they don't like, and they fire her again? Then what? She have to go through that whole thing again.
Well, okay, like this may sound really harsh. Again, I don't Star Wars. You know,
yeah.
But like, in my personal opinion, outside looking in, so to say, I feel like her character. Okay, first, let me say good things. Her character is cool, but second, her character is not mandatory whatsoever.
No.
So if I was Gina Carano, I feel like I would have to be offered a freaking butt ton of money. And on Disney's standpoint, like, they're not going to do that because, one, your character doesn't really matter to the plot of what's going on. Not to mention your show is over. You know, like, it's kind of over. Like, they're moving on with other stuff.
Well, they were like they even said they were going to do her spinoff of her at some point,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Right.
It was the Rangers of the New Republic was going to be her show.
Yeah.
Right. And I understand that, but like, I feel like you cancel that, nobody's going to cry over it. I mean, of course, like, a lot of people are pissed about it because of what's happened.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like there are enough Carano fans to be like, I definitely want to see that show. But honestly, from Disney's standpoint, like, you are expendable. Like, you definitely are. So like, even if this rumor was true, what does Disney have to gain? I would love for them to want to hire her back and I don't know, mend bridges or whatever, and then her just shoot them down. That'd be so much better. I just don't see this rumor being true because what does Disney have to gain? Like, we already hate them, you know, like, hiring her back isn't going to make us like them.
No, it's not.
So I just don't know. I just don't know what the purpose would be.
Yeah, I mean, they have this wonderful Mighty Ducks show that's on their channel that nobody's watching.
I haven't even
there's a Mighty Ducks show?
Yeah, there's a Mighty Ducks show on there.
Well, they
Game
made Lauren.
changers, dude.
What's her name?
Fun.
Isn't Lauren Graham the mom from Gilmore
Yes, and
Girls?
calm down. She's a Gilmore girl.
Hey,
We love that show.
I used to watch Gilmore Girls.
Oh no!
I had a thing
Bring
for
it on,
Lauren
dude.
Graham. I had a thing for Lauren Graham. She said she
Oh
was
god,
hot.
there was a girl in my school who looked at one of the girls.
Shut up, Red.
A girl who was my friend in high school looked exactly like Rory. It was fucking uncanny. It was really uncanny. It really was. I was just like,
Yeah, men will be driven to do weird things. My brother used to watch The Facts of Life just because he wanted Tootie's ass, and he also watched Beverly Hills 90210 because he wanted Shannon Doherty.
Dude, I still watch Beverly Hills 902 and Melrose Place is like one of my favorite shows ever. It says that I'm a freaking fan.
It does say that on your page, and I thought that was ironic. I thought or sarcastic. I thought you were being.
It says this right here. Unapologetically loves Dallas, Melrose Place, and and Lost.
I'm gonna have to burn that one.
The homo in here.
Those
Who
are
called
business
me?
cards.
Yeah, that's on my Fandom Menace card or my Fandom Collective card. Absolutely, dude. I own a couple of the seasons of Melrose Place on DVD. Same thing with Dallas. I still watch those whenever they're on. I don't have any. I'm watching Melrose Place on Hulu right now. That's my shit.
There's a Melrose Dallas or Melrose and Dallas.
No, both of them. Melrose Place and Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with Dallas. Dallas is actually kind of cool.
Dude, the Who Shot JR was like the biggest television mystery for decades.
Yeah.
That was like the highest rated TV show of episode of. It was like the biggest cliffhanger in TV history forever.
Well, go watch Mighty Ducks and don't bash on Lauren Graham.
I'll check it out. I got spare time. Oh God, manless motivation. We're so proud of you for leaving the closet, E-Tap. Oh, you son of a bitch. Wes, you son of a bitch. Where's it at? I got it here somewhere.
Gay!
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Fucking love that show.
Community's wonderful.
God, man,
Community's wonderful.
It's one of those shows that I have to stop rewatching all the time. It's like I could leave it on forever.
Yeah, it's so good.
I did that with The Office. I watched The Office so much until they took it away and they put it on the Peacock. But yeah,
I should
those
check
bastards.
out Community. I've basically had Raising Hope and My Name Is Earl on for the past
Ooh, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The Russo brothers started in Community. That's where they started from. So
yeah.
Well, okay. I don't mean to be that guy, but they actually were even involved with Arrested Development as well.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Arrested Development. They didn't create it, but they directed a lot of it, and they wrote a lot of it as well. In fact, if anyone is familiar with Arrested Development, that's one of my favorite shows. You will see in Infinity War, when he's getting the reality stone from the collector, there is a blue man Tobias wearing cutoff jeans in the background.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
That's freaking hilarious.
So,
Holy shit.
Those of you who have not seen Arrested Development, I don't think it has aged at all. Some people may say that it has, but I think it's timeless.
Tobias Funke.
It is so freaking funny. It is so funny. But
is it still going or is it ended?
You know what? I don't know. The first 3 seasons were great, and then Netflix picked up a 4th, and it's the weakest. I liked it, but Netflix has been teasing a movie for so long. Well, honestly, even whatever network it was on, CBS, no, ABC.
It was a Fox.
Well, I mean, if you watch Community, we're supposed to get a movie. 6 seasons in a movie. That's
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah, that's the thing that Dan Harmon would always say. 6 seasons in a movie. I'm just like, come on, we're ready for it, man. We need it. We need it right now.
It'd be nice, but Community, for me, the first 2 seasons are probably the best seasons of any show ever. Like, I think it's so great. And the 3rd season's fun, but it starts getting really wacky. So, Tony, you should definitely watch the first 2 and watch the rest if you want. I like the rest of it, but it does get kind of wacky.
I bought it because the guy who just screamed gay,
Ken Jeong,
yeah, like he in one of the episodes he's painted entirely black as a dark elf, you know, from D&D, and they wanted to delete that episode off of Hulu or whatever because, you know, he's painted black. I'm like, what? And I immediately had to go buy the box set. I was like, I'm buying it right now because I wanted it all. I was like, I'm not playing these fucking games anymore. I want it, so I got it.
Wait, so is it really gone from Hulu?
I've heard that. I don't know.
That's one of the best.
But I wouldn't. But that was a fun episode. I don't know, man. All the paintball episodes are my favorite. I fucking love the paintball episodes. They're ridiculous.
Yes.
I think one of the worst traits of human beings, and this is all censorship is, one of the worst traits of human beings is taking something that you don't have the ability to create and editing it down to your tastes.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing with wrestling on Peacock right now. You know, they're taking all the Attitude Era stuff out, and that does a disservice, man. It's like it's in the ether. The shit.
Watch it.
It happened. Yeah, you that's what you watch that stuff for. It's shock TV. Wrestling is like shock TV.
Community is also on Netflix, so I don't know if Netflix ever heard of them. I don't know. I don't know if they censor any of that stuff out, but gotta watch that show. It's really funny.
Netflix will usually just put like warnings on stuff now. I think
which I mean, like that's bullshit as well. But I'd gladly take that over them like re-editing a damn episode.
Yeah, we started watching Peter Pan with my daughter, and the very beginning of Peter Pan on Disney Plus says that warning: there are some predictions
depictions.
Depictions.
Yeah. Depictions of races that are not painted in a good light. I'm like, what the like who? Everyone's British. And then we watched the red man, the Indian. I was like, oh, okay, I can see where that's coming. I didn't need a warning for that, but
yeah,
it's like a trigger warning. Like what the like who needs
they did that with the cats, the Siamese cats in what was that, Lady and the Tramp?
It was so racist.
Dude, I use that in a video, like on purpose. I'm like, oh, is this offensive? And it's like every cut break goes, "We are Siamese, if you please." Bum. I played that shit out. I was like, no, I'm like, it's a product of its time. It exists that time. You don't have to make things conform to these weird standards that we have now that are not really standards at all, because what they swat away with one hand, they welcome in with the other. So it doesn't make any sense, you know. Netflix has to put warnings on stuff that, you know, talks about animated movies being offensive, yet they have a movie like Cuties on their streaming service, which is,
there's no way that's still on there, is it?
I don't know if it is anymore. I have no idea. All I saw was one trailer and I'm like, okay,
yeah,
that's
bad.
I feel disgusting. Even
it's gross.
Yeah. But no, so I mean, to round it back to this whole Gina Carano thing and censorship, I mean, it's a song and dance routine that these corporations do, and like Ryan said with James Gunn, that, and like I said, what he said was very off-color and weird, especially being a parent now. Looking at that, it's like, you're a weird guy, and you can see it in his humor. The more that you learned about him, you can see that coming through in his humor. Was he joking? Who knows? I mean, I have a very dark sense of humor, and that made me just go, a little bit.
You joke about something 10,000 times, it starts to get a little weird. If I kept just going on about gay people, eventually you're going to think, why is this dude constantly thinking about gay people? Is he gay? Nothing's wrong with that. You're going on about it over and over. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the problem with that is, like you said, like there's nothing wrong with being gay, but there is something wrong with the things that he kept on over and over saying.
Yep. Yeah, he was obsessing over this. Like,
it was weird. Well, like he even had okay, this is like totally off the topic, but like he even threw like parties for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes, he did.
And also if you look at his girlfriend, she is really fucking young compared to his ex-wife.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, okay. She's probably in her late 20s, early 30s, or probably mid 20s. Like
he's like 50.
Yeah,
he's around 50.
Yeah, because like she's like she's been in a couple of like made like straight to DVD movies. A couple of them I've seen her a couple times, but it's kind of like I remember like I looked through her Instagram, and she was sitting next to James Gunn, and I was like, oh, you two are involved. This is weird. Okay.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm looking at pictures. Definitely holy cow.
Yeah,
she looks very young in comparison to him.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like it, and then a lot of people were defending him. It's like, oh, he's fun, whatever. Look at his girlfriend, and then you fucking tell me.
Yeah, there's a pattern there. When puzzle pieces start to fit together like that, they put the puzzle together, and that's what's happening here. You get all these things with people like him, and let's be honest, without getting the 17th letter of the alphabet stamped on my video. We've gotten a lot of things come out about a lot of people in Hollywood, and we see that there are standards and practices that aren't normal that go on in Hollywood. So his tweets alluded to things, and him throwing parties themed like that are it's very telling.
Yeah.
It's very telling.
Doing this, they talk about people can change. No, he was like our age doing this shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have
and I mean, like we're dumb, funny guys. We do dumb, weird shit, but not that fucking weird. There's a line there.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's self-awareness, and if it's not self-awareness on his part, he doesn't care. That's who he is. Like you said, we make jokes. Like I said, we only throw out a Kevin Spacey or a Jeffrey Epstein joke every now and then, because that's just the way our humor works. It's not like you said. It's not like we're sitting there and beating that drum all night, though. If we did, it's a little weird, and it's funny because I work with kids. I'm very protective of the kids I work with. And it's like people like that. It just makes your skin crawl. It really does.
Yeah.
And to think you're designing these, you're directing, writing these comic book movies that are quote unquote, for kids. They're really not, and that's the kind of person you are. And it's just, it's weird. It's weird, but it's Hollywood. So it's
right. So
you're not shocked anymore.
This is what really bothers me is that Disney had to have known about this.
Oh yeah.
And they hired him anyway. But then they go ahead and fire someone like Carano, who they had to have known her stance, especially after something like Gunn just happened. So it makes me wonder, Like, also, by the way, I pulled up some article that kind of has something to do with like everything we're talking about. James Gunn ex-wife likes a tweet bashing Gina Carano after Disney fires Mandalorian actress. It's almost as if like James Gunn is the better person in this whole scenario, and it's so much bullcrap because he doesn't stand for squat, and at least Gina did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, first off, you know who you're hiring, you know why you're hiring him, and you also know the history of them.
Yeah.
So it's just like you're either you didn't learn from the first time, or second, you really, really wanted her off. Like, you know, like you wanted to get her out of here, which makes me even more mad. That's why I bring up the whole James Gunn thing, is that like somebody like James Gunn is still working for Disney, and worse off yet, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I mean, hot take, is so much worse than the first one.
Yeah.
It is bad. It is so bad, and it's all because of his humor, and it's because he was the head writer this time, rather than the one who revises things here and there, you know, in the first one. So it's just like somebody like that who can work for Disney, who is not expendable like Gina Carano's character is in Mandalorian. It just shows you where priorities lie, and it drives me absolutely insane.
That's it. Is they knew, you know, they knew who Gina Carano was. They knew what she stood for. They when you hire, okay, so when I go apply for a job teaching, they go through my social media. They go through all my social media, and they're like, "Is there anything?" I'm like, "Probably." I'm like, "Trust me. If you looked at my Facebook post from earlier tonight, yeah, it's a, well, do I have to describe it, or have you guys seen it? It's what, 6 bottles of chocolate milk standing around a gallon.
Oh, that
of white
one,
milk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
I mean, and it's
you know, the funny thing is you could show it right now, and it wouldn't violate any rules.
No,
because it's just, they're just bottles of milk. That's all they are.
Yep, that's all it is. You know, it's not even the couch scene. So yeah, for people like they you know, you're gonna pretend to get offended by stuff like that. It's just, here, I'll do it right now. Let me go over here, and this is the meme in question, right here, right there. It is.
I was trying to figure out what you were talking about. I get it now.
Yeah. So
don't ask me how I know that, though.
Right. But that's what it is. So yeah, I just
dear Jesus, don't listen to this.
I've got that's another one. I've got that photo comment meme. It's Jesus at the door. He's like, knock, knock, knock. And let me in. Why? He goes, we need to talk about your post. And he's got a 45 in his hand. But you know, that's just the way we roll here, you know. And yeah, they went through my social media stuff. I'm like, I ain't nothing to hide. Go ahead. I was like, is there offensive stuff on there? Absolutely. I was like, I'm a grown ass man. Yeah, there is. You know, I have 4 Facebook accounts for that reason. It happens, you know. But no, I think Disney knew what they were hiring when they hired, you know, Gunn back, when they fired him. It's optics. It's all optics. You know, Gina, and I think another monster said it earlier. He said she had James Gunn had the right politics to get hired back. And that plays a big role in it. If you look at it, it is, especially, you know, it's just the way the climate is now. And Carano, you know, she leaned to the conservative side of things. So that drew the ire when, what's his name? Pedro Pascal is tweeting out, you know, things that are far more offensive and inflammatory than what she did. Is somebody in the know in that situation? Yeah, the comparison he made, and then he posted, you know, this is America in 2018 or whatever it was, and it was a picture from 2010. It's like, and not even a reprimand, but, you know, I don't know. It bothers me to see that double standard at work, and to see what is being accepted by a family company, and then what is being, you know, called, you know, bigoted and racist by the same family company. You know, they're talking out of both sides of their mouth with their forked tongue.
They're tribalists, and, you know, Gina was warning people about this type of person, and Pedro Pascal was labeling the country, half the country is this type of person.
Yeah. And that's a problem when you, like I said, it's a double standard. And when you don't punish one and you basically give one the death penalty, which is, getting fired from a lucrative career and, that could lead to more financial opportunities and, furthering your own personal brand. And they just take that away all of a sudden because they're like, we don't agree with your tweet. Well, they warned her, multiple times. But I mean, it's not like she was attacking people. I follow her on Twitter and she basically just posts, motivational things and, just good stuff. I mean, so I couldn't take that seriously when they're like, she's a bigot. And I'm like, hey, hi, how you doing? Not really. No, she's not. Trust me, she's not. Nobody in the community was offended by that. If they were, they're lying or they're on Disney's payroll. Okay, let's be honest here.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know who the bigots online are real easily, very very easily. They're usually far leftists, and they're usually old white women who have nothing better to do.
That's it. The old white ladies that want to be offended on
what's
the
the
Karens.
name for that? Oh yeah,
the Karens. The Karens. The Karens want to be offended for everybody when nobody asked them to be offended in the first place.
That should be a character. Identitarian Karen.
What I find weird is that the biggest reason why they hired Carano in the first place is because she is a strong, independent woman. So you're going to fire her for being a strong, independent woman with her own ideals? It's just like, whatever.
I got that as well, and I thought that was fucking hilarious and sad at the same time. I'm like, you're firing her for the thing you hired her for,
exactly,
because you got mad at you got mad at her being the thing that you wanted her to be, and it's like, what did you expect for her? What did you expect to happen? What exactly did you expect to happen?
They didn't just fire her either. They tried to bury her after.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and thankfully all of our channels helped that not happen.
Yeah.
Because everybody for about 3 weeks kept raging at the internet and just saying no.
What's so maddening to me, this is a very big blanket statement. I know you were talking about broad strokes earlier, Tony, but when it comes to just like how, whatever, I'll just say it. I don't care. I feel like the left is so like kind of dominating that it doesn't really realize how much of a joke they feel like they come across. Sorry, hold on. What I'm trying to say is that the joke seems to be like any right-sided person just like forget about them, like dang dude, I'm trying to think here, but I have to pee so bad. But the way they handled Carano was kind of like, this would be funny if we just like buried her, like if we forgot about it. If she found out, it would be funny if she found out through the news that we fired her, just because she's on the right. Like nobody really acts the way that they did, and yet they did it. And the only reason why I feel like they could do it is because of how comical somebody like Trump was during his time as president. Like everybody's like, oh, it's just Trump, it's whatever. Oh, they're so right-winged, it's whatever. Let's just forget about him and move on. It's almost as if just like people who have any ideals on the right side whatsoever are just like, let's just forget about them. Like, fine, that's good, but you also need to remember that these are also people who, one, have a career with you, and second off, like that's just not how it.
It's not how you treat your neighbor.
Not only is it how you treat your neighbors, but also like you're being you're being such a hypocrite in the sense of the left is always for equality, and yet you're treating one side not equal.
Yeah.
And
yes,
I mean that explanation had a lot of duct tape on it, but like it's so maddening that they would be so hypocritical and yet be so blind to it. Like I said earlier, you hired a strong independent woman and you fired a strong independent woman for just being herself. When that's exactly what you always want women to be, is just be themselves, be strong and be powerful, and yet you lose your job for it.
That's the Kathleen Kennedy way, though. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I was just gonna what I've noticed, because I'm left on a lot of issues. You know, I'm right on some issues, but what it feels like is what's happening here is anti-bullying is the new bullying. And I know a lot of bullies over on the left, and it gives them an excuse to bully while feeling good about themselves. It's okay that I do this to you because you're a this or you're a that. That's what it kind of, and, you know, the normal average person, they don't want to lash out like that. So then they get labeled these different, you know, alt-right or this or that. And yeah. It just feels like kind of a bully movement, because what they did to Gina, that's what a bully does. What they do to so many others, that's what a bully does. And when one of their own gets in trouble, I mean, I don't know, they like James Gunn, they bring them right back in the fold.
They bring one of their own back in.
Well,
open arms.
What is it? Pete posted this picture, I think, a few days ago. It's the left and the right will say. I'm not going to actually say what they are because it'll get us in trouble. And it's a fun tweet because it says, the right, your skin color tells me all I need to know. Once I know your color, I know exactly what to think of you and how to treat you. The left, your skin color tells me all I need to know about you. Once I know your color, I know exactly what to think about you and how to treat you.
Yeah.
It's like they're both sides of the same coin. They said the exact same shit. They just think they're right because they're on quote unquote the other side, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Here, let me pull. I'll show because it was a tweet that I shared on Facebook. Let me pull it up right now.
My question is, if everyone who opposes you is alt-right, who's the regular right?
No one.
There is none. Only Zool.
Oh no,
Only
I found
Zool.
him. Mitt Romney.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh God.
Oh God.
I found the one.
Here it is right here. This is the those three letters, and then being woke is exactly they're the same thing. It's like Pam in The Office. They're the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
By the way,
yes,
that article that I was reading, James Gunn's ex-wife, whatever. You know that's Pam, right? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
He was married to Jenna Fisher.
Yeah, he was married to Jenna Fisher. Yep.
I had no clue.
Yeah, he was married to Jenna Fisher for a while.
So there you go. There's a picture of them and everything. Wedding, blah blah blah. Ex-wife.
God.
They're still best friends. You know, that's why she can like tweets and everything. She's a strong, independent woman, you know. By the way, this is something that makes me super, super mad about this whole thing, is that friggin' let's just rather than saying the left, let's just say Disney. Disney is all about like women empowerment and all of that. And yet they clearly show that a man is so much more on their priority by hiring James Gunn back. And by the way, he is doing very well. Like, if there's somebody within this kind of community with like the nerd-ish kind of community, he is like hailed big time. So many people freaking love him. People are losing their mind over the new Suicide Squad, almost as if they totally forgot the fact that he made movie 43 and that the last movie sucked balls, and his last movie was even worse than that. Not to mention the movie that he made recently, Burn Bright, he didn't even touch, he didn't even look at, he just put his name on it. And friggin' like that's all he ever does, and yet he can get away with it because he's on Disney's payroll. And when a woman gets fired, forget about her ever trying to work for them or in this community again. It's kind of bullcrap.
Oh yeah. It's a double standard as much as they. And like that's how Hollywood is. If you ever listen to a guy or his name is Cameron Pasha, he comes. He's finally back on Twitter right now, so that's good. If you ever follow him in like the live streams he does, because he's in Hollywood, he's a writer. He does actually work there right now. But he gets on some feminist channels and he'll tell us like behind the scenes stuff, and it's really fun to hear him talk about it, and it's also really shocking because he knows people who believe the same stuff we do, but they can't vocalize it because of where they work and who they're employed by. They have to Sieg Heil to the higher ups so that they don't get fired.
Tim Pool talks all the time about celebrities messaging him like, dude, I feel the same way you do, and he keeps telling them, speak up, you have to, or it's gonna be too late. And I believe Eric July said, like, if we had 20 more Gina Carano's in Hollywood, all this shit would go away.
Yeah.
If we just had 20 people willing to speak up and say, I'm not gonna fucking work with this. You can't blacklist everybody.
Yeah, even Karen Pasha says nobody will hire anybody from the Disney camp at all anymore because of just the way that they are in Hollywood, the way that they've been perceived by everybody, the public, and the Hollywood community. It's an interesting thing that he knows. Like he talks to all these people on a regular basis, and he knows all the behind the scenes stuff, and it's really interesting to hear him talk about all of it. It's just the level of knowledge he knows is just incredibly amazing.
It's shocking and appalling. Hang on, Tony. I don't mean to cut you off, buddy, but Ryan has to go. I'd like to thank him for coming on tonight and hanging out with us, dude. It's wonderful to have you back. I hope it is not another 3 months before you come back on again.
Dang, 3 months.
It's been a while, man. We missed you having you on, so thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting me come on here. It's always a blast, always meeting new people, whether that be in the chat or definitely on the panel. Thank you so much. Red Gaze, Tony, Nick, ETAP. Thank you guys so much. Always such a blast. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you,
Good to see you, man.
Great to see you again, man. Take it easy, man.
Take care, man. Hey, 150 too. Freaking killing it, bro. Freaking killing it. Yeah.
That's the Stormin Mormon, Ryan from Nerdy Blurb TV, ladies and gents. But no, yeah. What were you saying, Tony? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, when you have France worried about how woke America's getting, you have a problem.
They're a sacre bleu.
When France is like, holy shit, that's a little too woke for me. We're treading in deep water here.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. When France comes over and checks in America, it's like, you guys all right? It's like, oh shit, we fucked up.
Turn back. Turn back.
And to be honest, I think most people are against this shit. I think they're just very good at putting on the illusion. Yeah,
they are. It's just Twitter and then like the mainstream media are the only ones who keep perpetuating it like it's a fucking problem. Because it's the same shit when they say the sky's falling and you look outside, it's like, no, it's fine. Same shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just, like you said, Twitter, 4% of Americans use Twitter? Like 4.
4. Yeah.
3 or 4. It's a low percentage.
Yeah.
And for that to be the accepted norm as far as, social views go is absolutely ridiculous. It is preposterous, it's ludicrous, it's egregious, and I will not stand for it.
And a lot of people on Twitter are fighting against it too, so it's not like that whole 4%.
Exactly. But they try to make the things that trend on Twitter seem like they're trending like in reality nationally or whatever, and it's like they're not. That's not a proper representation of the views and opinions expressed in this country. It isn't, and this is the thing, folks. Like you were talking with me, I consider myself pretty socially liberal. I am. I'm more fiscally conservative than anything else. And I believe in the Constitution, and I just want to be entertained. I like to sit right there and say I'm basically kind of like that libertarian. Like, look, I'm going to do my thing. If you want to do yours, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody and everybody's an adult, cool. Do your thing. That's the way. I don't like big government, man.
I remember learning about libertarianism in like the 7th grade, and I was like, that's a thing? That sounds awesome.
And I've been confused my whole life on where do I fit in, because it's like I believe this, I believe that, and I do. I just look at it. It's like that centrist libertarian, like just let me live and do your thing is live and let live. That, you know, imagine a concept like that. You know, imagine that bleeding back into like entertainment, you know, to kind of round this thing back in. It would be wonderful if we could just be entertained again like we were 20 years ago. A little bit longer than that now as I'm getting older here.
Well, no. I know the other problem of that thing is, see, when you let all these leftist assholes, vegan fucks, lit into the writing rooms and all they have are wheatgrass shots and kale chips, that's a problem. Bring back cocaine in the writer's room, goddammit. We need 8-Ball back in the writer's room. This is what we need, ladies and gentlemen. All right?
People are starving and the coke will at least cut their appetite.
Exactly.
Right, I didn't eat dinner tonight. Like I said, I had a bowl of fucking potato salad. If I had
You're gonna have an 8-Ball now, goddammit.
If I had a couple bumps of yayo, I'd be straight for another 4 hours.
There you go. There you go. You make 4 more videos.
Imagine the creativity after a couple lines. I mean, there's no way you wouldn't get good stories.
If I would have me, I just eat an edible or hit my pen and get stoned, and I'm like, I want to play video games. I don't want to work anymore. Like I don't want to sit in front of this computer anymore. Like, I just want to go play. I want to go play No Mercy on my 64. Go play Legend of Zelda.
Oh my god.
You know, yeah, I should have been, you know, Tony Montana up over here, and I probably would have had like, you know, I'd be PewDiePie. I don't know.
Gaze, where do you land on the cocaine issue, sir? He said, all you hear is a snort, like, hold on.
He's like, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. Hang on. You just reminded me of something. Turns on that camera. He looks like the cop from fucking Miami Connection.
I think Miami Connection's on Prime right now.
Oh, fuck that scene though. That cop, he's just like, yeah, and he's acting all normal. He's got a big ass piece of booger sugar sticking right in his nose, and it's like they didn't think to stop that shot and just be like, hey, just blow your nose real quick, or just go like that, you know. Don't waste it. Don't waste it.
No. What they did is they shot one take with it, and then they told him you're like, all right, we're gonna shoot another one. It's fine. They kept that first take and they put it in the movie.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah,
we'll fix it in post.
I wish I could remember the promo, but there was a Nitro where Lex Luger, like, you know, the NWO's in there doing, and Lex Luger comes out. He's, you know, headlining the pay-per-view that month against Hogan, whatever. This dude comes out, starts talking, and just like a big, like, damn, dude, you can't even hide it on live TV. Like,
yep.
Yeah, drainage hit him pretty hard in his promo.
Oh my god!
Like, damn.
Oh, dude, those guys were fucking. I mean, like, it's like, I hate to say, you know, I lived a gimmick, but when I was, like I said, the end of my career, winding down, the last 6 months when I was, you know, we were on top of everything. It was. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm just drinking wise and stuff. But holy shit. Where Nash and Hall said they drove down to the spring break show in that convertible, and they got out and beer cans were just falling out. Like, that was my truck. It was my truck on a road trip with my tag partner. Yeah, we had we stayed out the night before until like 6 a.m. We had to be an hour or two south at 1 p.m. to wrestle a show, then wrestle 2 TV tapings that night. And we got up, ate breakfast, and just started drinking on the way to the one show, and drank all the way up to the other show and in the locker room, and until we went out to the fucking ring. And then as soon as we were done wrestling, we started drinking again. It was like, holy fuck, I can't do this.
Did you have Sabu's Sabu's voice in your head calling you a pussy the whole time?
It wasn't Sabu, it was the Sandman chewing on a fucking Marlboro Red filter, drinking a fucking Long Island, going, you fucking pussy. What the fuck is wrong? Look at this fucking pussy. He was the biggest asshole. Like, Sabu was just like trash. Like, Sandman was just a douchebag. Like, he was just a fucking douchebag. Like, I don't know if it's just a bad night or if he was that much of a prick all the time, but I was like, man, fuck you. Like, Like, Sabu was just, like, sad at that point. It was like, Dude, in the last year, you've made 180 grand, and you're trying to bum fucking a $5 joint off me. Like, how bad is your life? Seriously, look at, like, he got paid, like, it was like 80 grand, 80 to 100 grand for the WrestleMania 23 match with the New Breed versus the original ECW guys, and then another like 60 to 80 grand for doing the WWE 2K8 video game. And then he got fired after that because him and Rob Van Dam got pulled over in that rented Taurus, and they were strung out. They had pills, and they were all smoking weed and shit. And yeah, that's when they fired Sabu. They hit Van Dam with a wellness policy violation. I think he had a belt at that time. But yeah, that's what happened to Sabu. That's when he got fired from the Fed. Was over that incident. So yeah, like Vince didn't encourage everybody to do steroids, but I'm smoking weed.
It was a John Walker situation. Like you're doing what they tell you to do, and then you get punished for it.
You're on the road 270 days a year, okay? And you're every time you hit that fucking ring, it's a 30 mile an hour car accident. I think some people don't understand because they'll still ask, "Oh, is that like a big trampoline?" I'm like, "Fuck, I wish." Are you kidding me? That would have been amazing. No, unfortunately, it's steel and wood with no padding, and you're just killing your body every time you smash into it. So
that's going hard if it's a trampoline. Like, honestly, ask him if it's a fucking tramp. He hit the ring so hard there was a dent in the fucking wood. Like,
jeez. I've also wrestled in a ring with a fucking hole in it, and that was no fun. The promoter's like, and it was a ring that our company used to own, and we sold it to this guy, and the wood was like 10 years old at this point, and he never replaced it. It was the same boards I sent it from Tennessee when we bought it, and it sat outside in the wintertime, dude. Before this guy's shows, we used to have to go out there with pitchers of hot water and dump it all over the boards to break them loose, to bring them in the building. Then the fucking ring's soaking wet, so we're trying to sop the fucking water out of the boards in the ring. Oh, yeah. So and Will, that was on my wrestling podcast, brother Will Vendetta, he was the one, me and my partner James were beating the shit out of him. He's like, "Hey, don't," because we're going to do our double fall away slam. He's like, "Don't throw him over there. There's a hole in the fucking ring." We're like, "Holy shit," literally. Like, there's the canvas is just stretched over it, and there's nothing. Just a fucking big ass hole.
Oh, God.
And we're wrestling in this flea market down in the hood in Saginaw. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah, dude, I wrestled in some great venues. Like, there's a couple of them. Like, I was walking out of them like, "Oh, tonight's gonna be the night. I should have brought my fucking vest." Like, shit. Like, yeah, it was. There were some rough neighborhoods, but it was always fun. That's why I just got drunk. I'm like, fuck it, it'll be fine. I won't feel it. You know, but shit. Should we? Do you guys? All right. So this Cobra Kai thing, we're just gonna break into this real quick here. We'll kind of wrap up.
Oh, what happened with Cobra Kai?
Oh, nothing bad. This is good. They wrapped season 4 with the shooting is done. Season 4 is all ready to go. Now, there was a rumor that something bad was kind of in the wind for this because they sold the LaRusso's mansion that they used in the show. So they're like, is this a sign of bad things to come for the show? Or could it be that Daniel and them are just going to move out of the mansion in the show? I don't know. But I'm not being negative. I'm keeping it positive about this. Because this show has been fucking amazing.
No, it has.
Absolutely.
I'm not. I mean, like, I remember these movies and they were good. I was never a big fan of them. I just knew they happened. But I think after watching the first season on YouTube, I went back and watched the first movie, and I was like, man, they did such a good fucking job with the lore. They kept it tight. They knew what they were doing. They got the same people. Yes. Like, it was fucking solid. It's ridiculous how hard they're trying to stay into the box of the lore. I mean, yeah, they're bumping up the edges and they're kind of like, you know, making sure everything kind of makes sense, but they're still doing a good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way they're able to tell all perspectives in this show, you know, and not single any group out or anybody out. There's everything in there and just blended nicely. And the way, again, how they expanded the lore of the Karate Kid, because I liked the first Karate Kid and the second one. The third one was a little iffy, and The next Karate Kid is, you know,
yeah.
But they've added value to the older movies with this show.
Yeah. They did. And they've like this is like the Karate Kid is a great example of how you treat a property and how you bring it back to a new audience so many years later. This is how you do it.
Yep.
Now the way Disney did it with the current Star Wars trilogy, this is how you do it with Cobra Kai.
Right? It's attention to detail, respect for the source material. Respecting your audience. Respecting the paying customers in your audience. Disney could learn a big lesson from that.
Yeah, and it's funny because fucking YouTube got the show for 2 seasons and they did a good job with it. Then the Netflix is like, oh, you're doing real good at that. Let us swipe that up. Now I'm legitimately worried for the 4th season because Netflix had it.
Yeah, because the 3rd season was produced. It was done when they got canceled off of YouTube.
Yeah. So so I'm worried about season 4 because Netflix had their junk all up in there. So I'm worried.
Can I just mention a trend I'm seeing in Hollywood? You have Todd Phillips, who did the Hangover movies and then went on to make The Joker, which was a great movie.
Yeah.
And then this is the Dude, Where's My Car? And the Harold and Kumar guys who are doing this show. And they went from, that kind of dumb stoner comedy to this. So I don't know, it just, I'm noticing a pattern here.
That sounds like a good pattern to notice because it seems like those guys are kind of cutting their teeth with comedy and solid comedies, and then when their names and they're worth something, they're getting the more serious passion projects they want to do, and they're making them properly.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what they did with this show. They brought it back to prominence again, something that basically had been forgotten. I never watched the Jaden Smith one because I'm like, there's so much about this that's wrong. I can't even begin.
Yeah, because it wasn't karate, it was kung fu.
Kung fu.
Yeah.
They're 2 different disciplines entirely. Like you want to, Jesus, dude. Like really? Like,
yeah, and like I would love to see the Lord and Miller cut of Solo. I would kill to see that because I'm sure that would be a fucking amazing thing to watch.
Yep.
Yes, because they're good at what they do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kathy had to go out and get her yes man Opie. And bring him in, but
because I watched 21 and 22 Jump Street recently, and I'm like, they're still fucking hilarious. There are tons of really awesome fourth wall breaking jokes in there. This is great. How they could have screwed up, I think how they could have screwed up Solo is beyond me. Like they would have made Solo the greatest fucking thing ever. That's probably why they got shit canned because it was gonna be better than anything that Disney had ever done, and they didn't want that.
Yeah. We can't let them think we're more than average.
Yeah.
That's it. God, yeah. I like, the only gripe I had with this show was I'm like, okay, I get it. You've got some strong female characters, but let's be honest, they're gonna get their asses handed to them a few times when they're in there fighting the boys. All right. It's gonna happen, and I don't know as a society when we decided it wasn't okay to in a fictional work. To show a woman just getting her ass handed to her, she makes the conscious decision to fight a man, and it's like, and it goes all the way back to Marvel movies and all the stuff like that. If you really look at it, it does, because look what happened to Hela in Thor Ragnarok, and all these other female villains. You ever see one of the males just throttle them? You don't.
That's true. Well, for instance, another example, Atomic Blonde. She gets her ass kicked by tons of dudes in that movie.
Yes,
they full on punch her in the face.
Yep.
Bill.
Kill Bill, absolutely.
Kill Bill, yeah. Kill Bill's like another good example of that. She gets shot in the head by Bill.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like so now it's like it's unacceptable because, but it doesn't make any sense. It's like you want equality, but you don't want equality. You want all the privileges and perks that come with it, but none of the responsibility.
Exactly. No, that's not that. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
And the characters are lesser for it.
Yeah,
they are.
And I mean, because I know they were going to do the next championship in this fourth season. Like I hope they do, and I hope some of those females go against some of the dudes. I really do, because if they do that, I will have a slightly more faith in Netflix, but not much, slightly more.
Yeah, see, what's her name? Little round-headed Tori that probably weighs 115 pounds. I mean, she knows her martial arts, but she's beating the shit out of that guy. It's like 265 pounds, and if he like pushed her, she'd go flying across the room. I mean, it's just like, okay, we get it, but just dial it back a notch, and it'll all work out. Trust me. I mean,
I have a huge crush on that Tori chick. She's awesome.
She is. She's cute, definitely. Yeah, and I like that kind of like, that rough around the yeah. Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. And the actress is like 24, 25 years old. It's okay. I checked.
No. Yeah. I just checked to make sure again. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Yep. Another monster says, but she's hot. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
I just want to get moon red pilled. Your hippie friend.
Oh God. Yeah, but no, the show is great. It really is. It's been absolutely it was great binge watching it all in like one weekend. And just it was
rewatchable.
I know. I want to go back and watch it again because the fourth season is supposed to debut at the end of this year. It is. So
yeah.
I'm all for it, man. I'm still kind of hung up on who they're going to make Miguel's dad, but because we talked about that before.
I don't even think they need to. They're going to, but I don't even think they need to introduce him.
No, they don't because it's too far gone now. If they would have done it, if they would have done it by the second season, they would have been fine. But they're too far in now. It's like nobody cares anymore.
Because Johnny is basically like a father figure to him, and he's got the deal going on with his mom. So it's, you don't really need to. I mean, unless they're going to make it like I said, it's one of the old, was it Terry Silver we were talking about before?
Yeah.
But still, like Nick, you don't need to at this point. Like Nick said, you don't need to. It can just.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, brother.
Oh, I was just going to say I'd like to see more Miguel and Daniel scenes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they've interacted a little bit, but I mean, Miguel kind of is that Daniel role just under Johnny, and I'd like to see him and Daniel have a episode together or something.
Yeah, I think they will now that Johnny and what's his name are together, and they have their own combined dojo now. It's like Vampire Cat Cobra. I don't know. It's something or the other. It's a crazy name. But no, I mean, I think with both of them combined now, they have a good thing, and I love how that happened organically. Like that dude came back and they thought he was dead, and then he's turns out he's a giant asshole, and nobody likes him. Like he almost got killed by both these guys, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna combine forces, even though we fucking hate each other. We're gonna combine forces and be against them." I'm like, that's how that natural progression works, and you did it really fucking well.
Sensei Kreese.
Yeah,
Sensei Kreese.
I like that it was Allie that originally tore them apart. I mean, they were never together, but set them at odds, and then she brought them together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And still, Elizabeth Shue still looks absolutely fucking amazing.
You should see her with a big hole blasted in her face.
What?
What? Did I just spoil the boys? Sorry.
I've never seen The Boys, honestly. She got killed in that. She was Bruce Willis's wife in that movie too, where he goes out. See, his family gets killed. She was his what? I can't remember the name of it. But she got killed in that one too. I can't. Shit. You know which movie I'm talking about?
You can't shit. There's medication for that.
Some Dulcolax or something. Just take some Activia.
Yeah. Shit like Jamie Lee Curtis.
You'd be shitting like Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween 2018. Shitting all over the movie.
Death Wish?
Was it Death Wish?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Was that supposed to be a remake of the Charles Bronson one?
Yeah. It's probably one of those things that Hollywood does where it's like it's a light remake, but they just want to tack the name on there so you know what it is because it's a familiar IP. Because that's the way Hollywood fucking works.
It's not Black Christmas 2019. I'm all right.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I know. Nick's like, why would you do that to yourself? I'm like, I am a masochist.
That movie, still one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Will always be one of the worst I've ever seen.
Well, and then I voluntarily watched Mother. So there's that. I was just sitting there working on a video, and it was on, and I'm like, what? Why? What is this? Why? I'm too lazy to change the channel. It's right there. I can't. And I was just like stuck. I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Like, this is bad. Like, oh.
Yeah. Well, once again, if you want to see I think Steven Soderbergh masturbate to $40 million, watch Mother. That's the movie to watch.
You know, Jennifer Lawrence was in Mother, right?
Yeah.
She looks like the circus clown up in Reno. And I'll prove it to you because she constantly looks sad, right? So I'm gonna share my screen here.
Please.
I mean, it looks like that could be Jennifer Lawrence's father. I mean, it's supposed to be a happy clown, but it looks like it's getting ready to kill itself, right?
Oh my God, yes.
The one out here in Las Vegas is all happy and smiling and looks like a happy fucking clown, and that Reno one knows it's in Reno.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. Jennifer Lawrence that's an interesting situation because I personally think they gave her too many roles too young, too quickly. Like she could have eased into doing a lot of stuff because I think she was just a pretty face that they wanted to tack on everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, she's really cute. She's very pretty, but she's not that talented.
Yeah. It was hit or miss with her roles.
Yeah.
I just hate I don't even mind her playing Mystique. I just hate what they did with Mystique.
Yeah. That was dumb. That was dumb.
Wow. I mean, like I said, those Fox X-Men movies were but I will say this, as opposed to their Marvel counterparts now, at least they had the balls to take chances. Whether they went well or not, they took chances, which is a rarity that you don't see these days. Now, I mean, the closeout of that franchise with Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix and New Mutants, it was like, oh. But and I didn't hate New Mutants. I just didn't. I just it needed a sequel because that's all a movie did.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be a hard horror thing. You could tell it was there.
Yep. Oh,
but they cut out a shit ton of it. And I was just like, this could have been so fucking scary and so fucking good.
That's the trailers.
Yeah.
The trailers all made it look like that.
Yeah, but you chose not to. Especially the scene with the girl and her girlfriend. I was like, this is kind of hot.
Yep.
I dig this.
Yep. That it's and that was one thing the wife and I were saying when we were leaving the theater was like, they had the two girls where they were lesbians, but they didn't like beat you over the head with it. It was just
no, it was done. It was done in a very like simple way.
It was like just like it is in reality. It's like, hey, they're a couple, and everyone's like, okay, cool, we get to see shower lesbians. All right. But
that's all we want in Hollywood. We want shower lesbians. Just have that in your movies.
You know what we want. Just give it to us.
The lesbian.
Right? I mean, that's what we want. That's what we want. It's not difficult.
I'm just saying. Toy Story 5 shower lesbians.
Toy Story 5.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, Disney, you won't do it, but you need to.
Disney, if you have the balls to rehire James Gunn, you can make Toy Story 5 shower lesbians happen.
It's progressive, right? The kids need to know about this thing that happens.
Progressive as fuck. That's progressive as fuck.
Plus, if they're both Barbie dolls and they're naked, they're just dolls and they're naked. It doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, they're not anatomically correct or anything. It's not like Ken's the fucking eunuch. I mean,
yeah, exactly. It won't mean nothing.
Was that a Richard Marx song? Don't mean nothing. Oh yeah, that's some Richard Marx right there. Yeah, I went there and quoted Richard Marx. Next thing you know, I'll be rickrolling people. And when we get to that point in the show, ladies and gentlemen, that means it's about time to take it home. We're at right around the 2.5 hour mark. This has been absolutely a blast tonight, gentlemen. Let me kick it over to Tony. Go ahead, brother. Tell him what you got going on.
I wasn't done talking about cocaine.
Oh, shit.
Guys, go check out the Clown World Review. I've got a new series starting, ToneDef Talks. It just debuted today with the great Cody from Pursuing Paranormal. And if you haven't, go check out his channel as well, Pursuing Paranormal. We were going to talk about the recently released or actually confirmed UFO stuff from the Pentagon and kind of go from there. And we ended up getting into a really deep conversation about spirituality. It ate up the whole hour. Part 1 was released today. Part 2 is releasing tomorrow. It is a 4-part conversation. Start looking forward to that every week. I've also got some skits in the work, brushing up on my animation skills, and yeah, I'm just looking to bring you guys something fun, something different, and something that'll definitely kill a few brain cells over at the Clown World Review. So come subscribe. I'll see everyone over there, and everyone on the panel. I mean, the pleasure's all mine. Great show, and thank all of you.
Yeah, man, had a good time.
Man. Thank you, brother. And speaking of killing brain cells, I watched your He-Man and She-Ra Christmas video again the other day for like the 30. I think a lot of the views on there are just me because I keep watching that over and over again because it's so fucking funny. I can't help it.
It's like 34 views and 30 of them are you.
They are. I can't help it. It's hilarious.
Happy 150, by the way, man.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being part of it, bro.
Definitely.
Reg Gaze, the assistant to the regional manager.
What's up? Yeah, happy 150, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank
You're
you,
cruising
brother.
right along. Yeah, Red Gaze on YouTube, at the Red Gaze on Twitter. Don't forget to check out SUNSWORN Wings of Vengeance at sunsworn.com. And if you know anyone who hasn't subscribed to this channel, make sure they do so immediately. And that's it. That's pretty much it.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Nik Uttam of the World Class Bullshitters, one of our guests this evening.
Every Thursday night, me and 3 other guys take a dump of the world of pop culture on the World Class Bullshitters YouTube channel at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are also finishing up our campaign for Stealing Solo, our comic book, where it's about all 4 of us, where Jeff has a nervous breakdown after watching the Disney Star Wars movies, and we have to go help him by kidnapping a certain celebrity from those movies and making sure they reenact the movies that we wanted to. It's a fun comic. It's still it's still going on. Even though the campaign's over, we're still taking perks and things like that and orders and stuff. So make sure you're on that. Make sure you're part of it. Make sure you get your copy because once they're gone, they will be gone forever. We will not be doing this again.
Well, it's a wonderful book already, and I can only imagine how much better it gets with some more pages to it. So
yeah, because people were clamoring for the Anna, that Star Wars girl magnet, because it's a cartoon of her drawn as in the slave Leia costume.
Yeah.
So people are real thirsty for that. If you want that magnet, make sure you contribute and become a backer of the comic book, so we can get up to 1,300 backers, and then everybody gets those magnets, and all of them. I think there are like 10 of them or something. But everybody wants that Anna one, so make sure you help contribute. You can buy a thing of trading cards for $10, and then you're a backer and it counts towards that number. So make sure you do that too.
I have a feeling. Well, thank you first of all, Nick, for being on again, brother. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man, no problem.
Absolutely a blast every time you're here. And I have a feeling that those Anna, that Star Wars girl magnets, will be able to stick to the refrigerator for most of the people that buy them without being a magnet.
Oh shit, son. Yeah, they'll stick to pretty much any surface.
Hopefully it's like stainless steel or something that won't oxidize.
I'm saying I'm 41 years old. I'm a youthful 41. I have no issue saying that, Anna's 20, probably about 25. she's a very, very attractive woman. She's a beautiful woman. And I say that, and I'll leave it at that. Now, I've seen dudes in these comment sections, and it's like, you are older than me. Like, you could probably literally be her grandfather, and you're like falling all over your dick in the comment section. I mean, you might as well just say, hey, I'm gonna go blow my load after I'm done fucking looking at this picture and making this comment. I mean, gentlemen, please let us not become what they call us. Let us not become what they call us. You can appreciate without being weird. That's all I'm trying to say out there, guys. Little tip from Etep out there. You can
Make sure you take Etep's tip. Okay, it's really good.
Just the tip. The rest, the rest would gag you. Trust me. It's I wasn't born rich or with a flowing head of hair, or particularly good looking. But what I do have is a really good sense of humor. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank everybody in the chat. Fizz Chozo is here, another monster. Riley Kiefer Johnson, Manliness and Motivation, Keely Chow, the Phantom Menace, Ultron, there are no strings on me. Brutal Morningwood, who said earlier he made his boy feel bad for making him watch Batwoman, so he rolled up a J to make up for it. Hell yeah, sir. Way to work. Nerdy Blurb TV was Ryan. It was wonderful having him back on tonight. Orville Nation, PJ, hail to you. I will be over on their channel on Thursday at 5:30 Eastern, reviewing episode 3 of season 1 of the Orville. Glinzer, thank you. Nano Reaper was here. Gaming Vulture, JM 2021, Brie Larson, who says Black Power. She says Wakanda Forever, probably, but anyway. Brie was here. Nick let her out of the cage for a little while.
I had no choice.
It happens. Hi, I'm at your house near pizzas here, noobs. Of course, checked in with us as Parrot Head was here. So thank you all in the chat. Let's see. So tomorrow from me, you guys will probably get a daily short video. I did the Batwoman's ratings. Unless they adjust them, I might do the daily short on that. But the ratings for the Batwoman episode last night were in the video, the review. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I worked on that bitch for 6.5 hours. It is a fun video. Yeah, I did that. And let's see, Wednesday, Going Rogue will be right back here. There'll be episode 20 of Going Rogue. I'm not sure who the guests are going to be. I don't know. But that is actually on Cinco de Mayo, which is that's a Huero holiday anyway, so we don't really even recognize that. That's the white people. The white people celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Latinos really, it's like to them, so it's like white people are like, hey, look, it's a holiday, let's do it. And everybody else, they're like, really? Like, okay, whatever. Gives white people a chance to drink Coronas and wear sombreros and culturally appropriate even more things. But yeah, so the rest of the week, you'll get the morning show on Thursday too. I'll be back with Mornings with the Place to Be reviews on Thursday, and then Thursday night, like I said, I'll be over on Orville Nation with PJ, Katie the meteorologist, and maybe Alicia Victoria Parker again this week. And
damn, I'm not a meteorologist.
Katie the meteorologist is. Oh yeah, I have to announce this.
Hold on. What kind of meteorologist is she? Is she the weather
legitimate
one?
She is weather. She's a weather girl.
Okay.
She's a legitimate meteorologist.
Okay.
She works out
because there's two times. Ones that are weather people, or ones that are actually study meteors. So that's why.
Nope. She's a weather. She does the weather.
Gotcha. Okay.
Bruce Lombardo is here. Hey, thank you for stopping in, Bruce. He says you're fun to watch, Etep. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. But we're gonna do ladies' night. We're gonna do hail to you. We're gonna do ladies' night here on Going Rogue Wednesday on what is that? May. Look at my calendar here. May 12th will be ladies' night. It'll be myself, the lovely Miss Vassy, Millennial Me, Fallon will be here, and Katie the meteorologist, and possibly one more young lady will be joining us. I'm not sure yet. I will announce that as we get closer to it. But yeah, so be sure to join us for that. I will be outnumbered and perfectly fine with that. So that'll probably be the least you hear me talk. I will only facilitate and try not to mansplain to these fine women who will be joining me on the panel. Nothing on Friday. I'm not doing anything on Fridays anymore. I'll give you guys a video on Friday. Saturday or Sunday, you'll be getting the Galaxy High episode 5 review. And also I'm going to be doing the Terminator. That's coming up. Terminator discussion with Fanzine, and the Flight of the Navigator and Last Starfighter. I'm gonna double those up and put that out in one video where I'll just kind of go through and talk about some things on that. So that's what I got coming up, guys. You have been amazing. Thank you so much for the support. We're up to 658 subscribers right now. I thank you all. If you're here, make sure you slap that like button for me. And that's it, man. Just have a great night. I'm Utapple Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I've been here with all of yous. Oh, yeah, tomorrow night, I'm sorry, you can catch me on Rogue Squadron. We'll be on author Stephen Walton's channel at 6:30. That's right. I was like, I knew I was forgetting something on Tuesday, but yeah, that's where we'll be tomorrow. We'll be on Stephen's channel tomorrow night. So bring your coffee, hide your trees, your saplings, your sequoias, and your knot holes. What the fuck am I supposed to say after that? Have a great night, a pleasant tomorrow, and I'll catch you on the next one. Star-Lord, you toxic white male son of a bitch. Take us home.